from the love of liberty in the fires of hope and prayer. With boundless faith in our destiny, we solemnly declare. Side by side we stand, islands of the blue Caribbean Sea, this our native land. We pledge our lives to thee. Here every creed and race find an equal place, and may God bless our nation. Here every creed and race find an equal place, and may God bless our nation.
Heavenly Father, we come before you at the start of this new day, giving thanks for life, for health, and the opportunity to serve through this station. We ask for your divine presence to guide us in all we do. Bless this broadcast, that it may be a source of inspiration, joy, and unity to all who tune in. Whether near or far, may our words uplift, our music heal, and our message bring light to those who need it most. We pray for our listeners wherever they may be. Grant them strength for the day ahead, peace in their hearts, and success in all they put their hands to. Cover those traveling with your protection and those at home with your comfort and provision. Lord, may everything we do bring honor to you and be a blessing to others. Guide our steps, bless our efforts, and let this station be a vessel of positivity and hope. In your name we pray. Amen.
Your voice, your soundtrack, your station. New Era TT Radio. NETT Radio.
On the table, I hope you buy it. Me and the boys come to give you a parang. We ain't even till Lily got done. Oh yo yo, yeah yeah yeah. Come on fellas, let me take a next one. Oh yo yo, yeah yeah yeah. We have about 10 months to clean. Oh yo yo, yeah yeah yeah. We took it from paint to kerosene. Oh yo yo, yeah yeah yeah. It's Christmas, Merry Christmas. The man was quick. He said his wife was feeling sick. That same night she was lying in the quizzy. Well, if we think that he gets away, oh yo yo, yeah yeah yeah. We go in by he and spend the whole day. Oh yo yo, yeah yeah yeah. We eat in and drink everything he bring. Oh yo yo, yeah yeah yeah. When we leave there, he mustn't have a thing. Oh yo yo, yeah yeah yeah. It's Christmas, Merry Christmas. It's Christmas, Merry Christmas. parang band. When the music in we vein and the liquor it we bring. This band could drink on carry band fun and dance. When you see we landing, oh yo yo, the only thing remaining is this fun. Oh yo yo, people just lock their door on and hide. Oh yo yo, when they see the signs of this parang sign. It's Christmas, Merry Christmas. It's Christmas, Merry Christmas. Oi, baila, baila. Lord, get them. This whole night sprung along, climbing with the parang. He drink by everybody. We decided to go by. When we reach in front the gate, we know it was a mistake. The man wife came out cussing in she 90. He wife quarreling, we feeling bad. Oh yo yo, he had to entertain me in the yard. Oh yo yo, the man in a shame is he tell we come. Oh yo yo, he bring out two cokes and a nip of rum. Oh yo yo, it's Christmas, Merry Christmas. It's Christmas, Merry Christmas. The paranda start on Christmas Day. Oh yo yo, and we don't stop until Ash Wednesday. Oh yo yo, so bring out the sun, bring out
It's the NETT Radio Breakfast Show, bringing you the energy, music, and vibes to start your day right.
We drinking sorry ginger beer whiskey. Oh yo yo, anything you bring is alright with we. Oh yo yo,
Making sure that we start your day right each and every day. Good morning, everybody. Wake up.
Coffee grape salt.
Eva. Rise up.
Salt before the next tune.
Good morning, Trinidad. Good morning, Tobago, neighbors and friends in the Caribbean, wherever you may be.
But if you bring Baba, she drink.
Those of you in the different time zones and time slots,
It's Christmas.
welcome to New Era TT Radio. The heartbeat of the Caribbean. We take you above and beyond.
It's Christmas.
It is a beautiful God-blessed day, so thanks to the Heavenly Father for bringing us together for another day. And all that we do, dear God, let it be a blessing unto you. I say welcome everybody. This is your Get Up and Go. Welcome to the Breakfast Show.
Wake up, it's a brand new dawn. The breakfast show got the vibes turned on. From Maracas Bay to the Savannah line. Let's start the day in Caribbean prime. Good vibes rolling through the air. The breakfast show, energy everywhere. We talk, we laugh, we make you think. Grab your doubles or your morning drink.
Yeah, grab your doubles or your morning drink, whatever that may be at this point in time. We are happy to be here with you. So good morning, everybody. Wake up, rise up. I know you had a long weekend. You're not even sure exactly where you are at this point in time inside of the holidays. But you know what? It's good to be here with you on New Era TT Radio as we get your week going. It is like the final week in the year of 2025. So we're counting it down, and it's going to begin 2026 in between that too. So lots of things will be happening, and we are here with you. First of all, off the blocks, let me just let you all know that if you didn't know that Wendell and Richard has the week off. Yeah, a little holiday time. You need to take some time out and rejuvenate. So I want to wish you guys a good Christmas and looking forward to being with them next week. It's just a couple of days. It might sound like it's far, but it's right there, right? So we look forward when they will join us again from Monday. But of course, the show goes on and the breakfast show continues. And joining us in between this segment here and hanging out with us for the week. But we none other than my good friend. Long time we have not hooked up like this. Richard Jeremiah. Good morning to you, RJ. How you doing?
Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Just hanging out here with you and the breakfast team.
Well, it's
Are
good
you,
to have you.
are you
I'm
hearing me clearly?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. A little loud. I don't know if you could just back down the microphone volume a little bit.
That is not a problem, my brother. You do not like everything loud, right?
Yeah. Well, you're accustomed being in loud environments. When you're accustomed being in loud environments, that is what does normally happen. Um,
Mic check, mic check. You hearing me good now?
yeah, I hear you a little better now. Nice.
No problem, my brother. No problem.
So
So what's up?
we welcome you to not to the platform, because for those of you, and I know a lot of you know, that RJ is here with us on the platform in a number of areas. It might be new to some of the breakfast people, because some of people come in just for certain segments. We can't tell them.
Mhm.
We want to keep them here all day, every day, but we know people come in just for certain segments. So but RJ is here with us in the evening time, weekends, holidays. Sometimes he sits in for me during the mid morning. So and he has been in radio for a long, long time, because where we were in the other place there,
Mhm.
RJ was there with us at a point in time also. So yeah. So how you
We
doing?
are doing a program called With Men in Mind with Mama Clark.
Yeah, yeah. And
Mhm.
that was a major staple. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah, man. So we remember all those good times. But how are things with you? How was the Christmas and stuff? Everything went through well?
Everything was well with me. As our loyal listeners who are here will know, I spent it on the net. Basically, I was here playing music and having fun with CJ. And then I see CJ is here also already. I see Silima is here also. So good morning to Silima and also CJ who is here. But quiet, I really celebrate to the max anymore. Right? When I say to the max anymore, meaning that I just take it light, just relax with your friends, family, and just enjoy good music. But this year I had a good excuse where I could say, well, I spend it with my new era TT family. So I was happy about that, you
Yeah,
know?
this is our first Christmas. So it was
Yeah.
a whole new dispensation for a lot of people. So yeah, and that was really good.
Mhm.
So and then as you get older, like when we were children, you find that you were looking out for Christmas in a different way. As a child, you have a certain kind of light in your eyes, you have expectations in your heart, and Christmas had a whole different meanings. It was basically toys and food and all those different things. But as you get older,
Yeah.
you just go past some of those things.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so I really did enjoy myself here with my new era TT family, with no question asked at all. I really did have a good time for them few days and eat a lot, sleep a lot, and just enjoy the day with the family.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, well, Christmas is a lot of that. As we all get older, Christmas family becomes, the number one priority. So you,
Hmm.
you move from the looking out for the gifts and the toys and all those different things, and you're looking out now to provide for the family now. So you're
Correct, is
looking
right.
to make sure that the little ones around you, they are happy, that you can fulfill their expectations, and you do what you could do for the big ones, but then they have to be a little more understanding these days.
Correct is right. Correct is right. Correct is right. And I really do enjoy spending time with the new era TT family. As I tell you, I just love being here and just playing good music and entertaining all our family.
Yeah, well, the guys and really did a lot of that, um
Yeah.
but even out of that, in my area here, and I look at it because, like, I'm in the Tirapura area now for a number of years. compared to where I grew up in Barataria. And as growing up as a child in Barataria and Christmas, had a lot of friends and family, so as a child you're outside there playing from early in Christmas Day, as you got older you find that it was more just the toys, and now it moved into the football and the cricket and
Correct is right. I used to do a lot of that too, but as you say, as we get a little older, all those habits and then change. Yeah, now I have family. I'm a son. I just had to wrestle with it sometime every day. So, but everything else, it is good. Before we go on, let me say morning to Richard and Wendell. Whichever you guys are, good morning to you people. And I hope all you had a very Merry Christmas and a bright, and I know all you will have a bright and prosperous New Year also.
And that is so true. I'm sure that the guys had a good time. Richard is a real nightmare,
Wendell too.
Yeah, well, I know if Wendell could keep up with Richard now, but Richard, boy, because every time I call Richard or I send Richard a message, out of the house.
That fellas and them does work hard. Richard does work hard, And I'm watching Richard. I don't even know that I does do plays too. I did Jesus Christ Superstar with Andrew Friday. I see you have two other cast members who I could remember when I was doing Jesus Christ Superstar. So two of the actors I see within Falkirk with, they was part of the Jesus Christ Superstar cast. I was Simon in that play, and I had a really, 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 really good time. So good to see that he stick with the theater in Trinidad and Tobago, and he's having a whirlwind with it, because anytime you talk about play, you got to talk about Richard.
Yeah, you can't talk about. Actually, when you think about it, plays, you think there was just two names I had known at one time was Richard and Raymond Chukong.
Yeah. Correct is right. Well, I knew Raymond Chukong well too, but a circle that has been real. Once you're in that fraternity, you just get to know everybody, So yeah, it is real nice to know that Richard stick with it, and he's reaping the benefits of it. I should say, I hope that he reaping the benefits, because I had to see his plays and them sell out. I went to two of his play already, and really thoroughly enjoyed myself. So I know he is doing a good job, and I'm glad to see that the people who I around the fraternity with, they are still acting with him. Andrew Friday, and I spent a lot of time, as I said, with Jesus Christ Superstar. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I was Simon. He was one of the high priests. He was, I think we'll do that. Well, he is a switch roles. No, but everything and all in all was relevant.
Yeah, well, I was actually surprised and when that side of Andrew came out, because he worked us also at at Power, and when I saw that side of him come out, I said, hey, I didn't know, but that is how people are. People have so much talent. Yeah?
Andrew Friday is very talented. I tell you that. Trust me. But that cast they had for Jesus Christ Superstar, you had a lot of good actors in it. I can tell you that, right? And in those areas, they just get to know all who pushing the envelope. I even did a play with Davlin Thomas called Monument, and that with my good friend, Mavis John, was one of the leading characters in that too. And I thoroughly enjoy myself. So I am not only a DJ or presenter, I'm also into arts, and also I did Best Village, a whole number of things. So
yeah, I remember you on the Best Village days. Oh my word!
Yeah.
Hey, what's and like just how you talked about that, I mean, and I remember those Best Village days and what it used to be. Also, it has really changed quite a bit. Eh?
Plenty, plenty, and that was a go-to for young people. And it's things like that is what we really have to keep, within the communities. Best Village do a lot for people, even for me. I started off doing little plays in Best Village, and then you hear I said I was one of the leading actors in Jesus Christ Superstar. I even went with Monument and a number of different plays, starting off in Best Village. So, it does a lot for communities and things like that. You see it actually dying out. And I just wonder why. Things that people could relate to, and mothers could tell their daughter that take their son and walk and tell them, let me go in the community center and take part in the Best Village. No, you hardly seen, that going on to a level and things like that. But I find we should have keep in the communities.
Yeah, those are things that we have we kind of lost along the way, But let's hope as we go along, somewhere along the line, even though it may not be able to come back in the same dynamics, because it really did bring communities together.
Yes, it did. It did.
Away, when something was happening, when it's Best Village in a community, everybody coming around to the community centers. Community centers had a vibe and an activity at that point in time that
well
everybody
said.
come out and see what's going on, and support you. When your village going down to perform, it's like really the whole village going down.
But that was Best Village, where the whole community used to come out to support because you're proud of your community. You don't hardly see those things going on again, and that's what I am saying. We have to get the young people more involved in that, because at the end of the day, the spin-off from Best Village, I could tell you my schooling in Best Village is what propelled me to the play that I call, and I just use the idea because I use Richard and Andrew Friday as to carry along that dialogue, so that people could understand the value of Best Village and keeping Best Village in community centers. As you rightfully say, the whole community used to go up. Mondo, we used to rival Barry at one time,
Yeah.
Mondo and Barry used to be battling right through, to keep that standard. And then you have people like Malik, who bedded in Best Village. Those things like that is what we really have to bring back, to have the community with that togetherness and that kind of love and that kind of warmth. So
we really need to get back to those things. I'm really hopeful. But you know what? Let's do our good news for today, and then we will come back. So people, stay right there. It's time for our good news.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
How you doing, Greg?
I'm glad, man. How you doing, my brother?
Long time no see.
Oh, man, you too, man.
How was your
Oh,
week?
man, you been in my heart, my soul, bro. Real talk.
Where you living right now?
On my vehicle.
Your vehicle?
Right down there.
Did you go grocery shopping today at Myers?
No, I don't know. I only got $11 ABT.
I got a surprise for you, Greg.
Oh. Whoa.
I got you $1,000.
Bro, that's
Another 1,000.
Wow, man.
If you could get a job, would you want to work right now?
You right now, yes. That's what I need.
I got you 4 full-time jobs.
Oh, man, come on. For real? Serious?
I'm dead serious, bro.
You're my brother.
I got one more surprise for you, my brother.
Do you understand how much I've been needing a job? This is crazy, because I'm already going through some things. My disability income is not livable, so I had like about $60 left. I'm talking to my savior, which I always do.
Why'd you help me last week?
Bro, come on, you was in trouble. And the simplest thing is love, actually. Love. I walk in faith, man. I'm saved, I'm protected by the Holy Spirit. This brother, I ask a blessing on him, not just for this day, for eternity. And I ask you, bring more people together. at this time. We need it now. To you be praised, now forever. Say amen.
Amen.
That's agreement.
All right, Greg, on the count of 3, I'm going to have you take your blindfold off, okay?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
This kind of look like why you live over this way.
I got you a brand new home.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Cause the way that the skin comes up when we touch it, it's the way you hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me.
No.
Feel so holy, holy, holy.
What you mean?
You're no longer homeless.
You're an angel. Oh, no, I want you to get more. You know that.
From this place that I've been waiting for the day since I was 17.
You like it?
It's beautiful. It's perfect. I've never met nobody like y'all. I've never met nobody like y'all.
I have friends online. They saw your heart and they donated to you, and they put this together for you, man.
Oh, dang you! Oh my God, are you? It's some decent people in the world still. Oh, look at this! Oh my God, are you? Oh, oh my God!
You want to go see your bedroom? Where you got a bed now?
I ain't been in the bed. I ain't been in bed in a long time. This. Oh my God! Oh my God, son! Oh, look at the back! Oh, look at... Man, I'm about to fall. Lift me up. Oh my God. You're serious. This is really real. This is really real. Oh my.
I got one last surprise for you, Greg.
I feel so very nice. What you mean? It's enough. More than enough. More.
I got $25,000 for you.
When I need a favor, and I only pray when I ain't got a prayer.
It's real.
Yeah, good news there. Yeah. What are your
Yeah.
thoughts, Jeremiah?
But I love that good news. It tell me you still have good people in the world, and that is no lie. I could give you a story. Even happened to me Boxing Day. The family went down by the in-laws, and I get a flat tire. Heading, was going to put some gas and going to Europe and pick up something else. I can't remember what I was going to do. And I get a flat tire. So I pull by the bridge a little after La Jolla there. For those of you here, they will know what I'm talking about, on the little bridge there. I put on my hazard light, proceed to change my tire. So my daughter, my son with me, and I tell she hold the light so I could change the tire. Somebody pull up behind me and say, you see the children? And he just stopped to help. So yes, it had really have good people. And in spite of all the chaos what has happened in the world, Sir Charles, trust me, it have good people out there.
Yeah, it ready to, and you know, if people go out and change people's lives, you know, give them hope, you know, a fresh start, because you know, not everybody, when they find themselves in difficult circumstances, or even sometimes who have never really known anything other than difficult circumstances, because there are people like that too, you know, are willing to dig deep and help out individuals, pull them out. Strangers, you know, as you said, sometimes friends and family that you think that you have, it's only when you find yourself and you're back against the wall you really see, you know, who's
Sometimes your family is not really a blood relative, you know. It's people out there that's reach out to you more
Yeah.
than even your closest relatives. And that is why you have to go and do it good. And I want to try my best to see how best I could do good each and every day, you know. So sometimes, as I say, your family are those who does look out for you, even in those difficult times.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, because really,
Mm.
actually, sometimes. But I'm just happy that that is to see that people can, and this, and I mean that venture there was a significant one, you know, to transform that person's life from where he was on the street, and that probably may have started by just one person passing
And
and
just see him,
see him take
and,
a little.
and remember the man say he didn't sleep in a bed for a very long time, you know, so Charles. You know
Yeah,
how that man feeling inside, boy? You're on the streets, and you can see for that to help somebody like that, he had to be somebody who had it, you know, and just went off the rail,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Life,
Wow.
life.
Anyhow, before we take the break, let me just say hi and hello to one or two persons that we have on the stream. Are you seeing them on the live
Well,
chat?
I didn't get him on one device, so I had to make do with another one here.
Yeah.
And that is what I'm saying. And remember, let me tell all you earlier about when there's people here who does go to the this is RJ here. Uh, Joyce Phillips was the first one out there, top of the morning, guys. And right after that, we have Boise Bidesi, we have Felix Kazo, right? And they're sending greetings to Wendell, Richard, and Sir Charles, and the Breakfast family. That's nice to hear, man. All right. So we also have Joyce Richards, Josie Richards. We also have, I see still Lima is here.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lima was here.
Hey, Salima.
Apollonius is here too. All right, and Apollonius said in morning, as always, Lima said in morning. Right. After Apollonius, we have Norris. I only hope I'm getting their names right. Remember, this is the first time, and I do like our YouTube.
Yeah, I don't know why YouTube doing that. For the longest while,
Yeah, so I don't understand it, but I try my best here, so you bear with me. So if I get the name a little wrong, don't worry about it. It's a love, right? Right after Norris, I see the Slim Show. I only hope it's the Slim Show here, right? Alistair Hart, I see Alistair Hart is here too with us, logged on listening. Brandon Smith, right? Valerie Mendoza. We have Helen Prescott, Anthony Ford. We have CJ. Well, that is our friend Charmaine. CJ is always here. Yeah, I'm sending out some love as always. Hey, we boy Ron DeSantos Jr. is here too.
Yeah,
James. Yeah, we have James here too. And then we have CJ's chatting saying good morning to RJ. Okay, thank you, CJ. Ron DeSantos saying morning. Slick Money Grip is also here, Sir Charles. Slick Money Grip is saying good morning, Sir Charles. Good morning, Wendell. Good morning, Richard. And well, you have a new voice on the inside just hanging out with Sir Charles this morning. Right, and then I see we have Terry here. And I'm going up just now. I'm moving too fast here. Remember, as I said, you only have to bear with me, so I'm doing that, and I'm trying my best here to see how I can do
it. Also, see Katya and Charles. Man. Yeah, saying good morning to everyone on the breakfast show. Yeah.
Right. I have Nicole here as well too. I have Sherian Varaj here. Yeah, going down the line here, and some of them double chatting here.
Yeah. I see.
Piggy Mal's Kitchen is here as well too. Good morning to you, Piggy Mal. I see she put up Piggy Mal Kitchen. Who's that here now?
I see. Ambrose Bra is also here.
Correct.
Noel is here also.
Right. I see Bernadette Yates is here, and she's saying good morning to you, Bernadette Yates. Going good. Good morning, everyone. Susan Jessup is here. Hey, Susie here too. Good morning, Susan.
She inside kind of late this morning.
Susie.
Good morning to Ingrid out there in Tucson, Arizona, who's here also.
Yeah. Okay, I see Ingrid. Yes, correct, is right. Boy, I'm moving the screen and the whole screen moving, so I had to get this. I had to get it out to roll it down quick and to get it there because I ain't get it on the tablet here, so I had to use another device. So I just scroll it through and sometimes it's skipping from where I was. I'm going load up, so I had to come back up and trying to see where I was. But I didn't get it. So forget it. But so far, I call out everybody. And if I miss out anybody, I'll come back again. I'll give you a shout out. All right. I see Debbie Modest also joined them. Good morning to you. Good morning, everyone. She's saying here. Right. And Susan Jessup. Okay. And Susan Jessup is chatting here. You have anybody on your side?
Yeah, so also on the WhatsApp, I want to say good morning to Pauline, good morning to Kent in Laventel, to Frank in Aruka. We have Rena Budo Jennings is on also. Joanne Mounthope, good morning to you, Joe. Vincent Ashton is here. Mr. Billy is on also in Powder Magazine. Good morning to you, Mr. Billy.
Hey, Mr. Billy.
Mr. Billy, don't worry. I'll go and play that song by Ninja after 7 o'clock, right? He says he's a pensioner, so he want to hear that song. He actually wanted me to play it for Sappy Sundays. I tell him, I said no. I said, Mr. Billy, I can't play that for Sappy Sunday. So I'll play it for you today. Right? So, Mr. Billy, after 7 o'clock, you're getting your song, right? So people don't go anywhere. Stay with us here on the net. Good morning to everybody. And of course, normally we also hook up with the Gael family, but Gael is also on holidays with us with the team. So when the guys come back out on Monday, when Richard and Wendell come back out on Monday, Gael will also return around that time also. Yeah.
No problem. No problem.
So stay with us. We will be back shortly.
On New Era TT Radio, Christmas is special.
Merry Christmas, happy holidays. This is Mrs. R here, just excited to wish the entire listening audience a very happy holidays.
Hi everyone, it's Nicole from Toronto, and I'd like to wish New Era TT family Merry Christmas, happy holidays, happy New Year.
My name is Cassie Singo. I am sending comfort and joy from my family to the NETT Radio family worldwide.
A Christmas where you are never alone.
Hey, Solima here, wanting to wish everybody in the New Era TT family a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hi, this is June from Point Fortin, wishing all my NETT Radio family a fantastic Christmas and a healthy and prosperous 2026.
Hi, this is Sweden. This is Junie from Shoguners. I just want to wish the NETT Radio station and the staff, everybody, a very Merry Christmas.
This is Alwyn from Bish. I would like to wish NETT Radio family and the Sappy family a great holiday.
From our portal to your heart, have a Merry Christmas, everybody, from New Era TT Radio, NETT Radio.
Charm Flair Auto Services Limited, your one-stop auto repair shop, located at number 1 Industrial Lane, Charm Flair, right opposite the brewery on the Eastern Main Road. Yes, we do it all. Repairs to all makes and models, from your everyday sedan to SUVs, light trucks, pickups, and panel vans. We're also the sole distributors of Devante tires, certified VTS inspection station, plus a wide range of services: oil change, front end and suspension repairs, tune-ups, tire alignment, batteries, electrical work, radiator and cooling system, AC repairs, and accessories galore. We offer pickup and drop-off service too. Call us today at 662-6545 or 662-6572. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Charm Flair Auto Services Limited, number 1 Industrial Lane, Charm Flair. We do it all.
It's Christmas. Can't do it without black cake, homemade bread, sweet bread, pone, pastel, and punch creme. Get it at Val's Kitchen in Dabadi. To place your order, call 758-0148. Yes, delivery can be arranged. Val's Kitchen, Dabadi.
Looking for pet supplies that wouldn't bite? Visit Bow Wow Supply Limited, your friendly family-owned pet store at the corner of Cane Farm Avenue and 5th Street West, Cane Farm, Trent City. We offer fabulous prices, great service, and a wide range of foods, treats, toys, grooming products, and accessories. Everything your pet needs in one place. We are open Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Sundays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Coming today, Bow Wow Supply Limited, Cane Farm Avenue and 5th Street West, Cane Farm, Trent City. Your pet's friendly place. Call us at 640-7184.
S&H Rumbox, 137 Western Main Road, St. James, for all your retail and wholesale needs for alcohol and non-alcoholic beverages. Call us at 686-0599 or visit us at 137 Western Main Road, St. James. S&H Rumbox, drinking out of the box.
So we are back with you after that commercial break. And of course, you are here on New Era TT Radio. And we're hanging out with Richard Jeremiah this week because Wendell and Richard is on vacation and they will return next Monday. All right, so
Next Monday.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so I was just saying next Monday, I'll just repeat it. I see Showen join us, I see French join us here. So thank you people for being here this morning. Right, and as you're here, so Charles say Wendell and Richard are going to be back on Monday. They're taking a little R&R. But as we just say here in showbiz, the show must go on. And so Charles say he didn't want to leave, just all his loyal listeners just hanging. So we're going to sit in and have a time with you.
Can't leave people hanging. It's good to say people don't leave us hanging either.
Exactly. You understand? So they are here with us, and I liking that.
All right, so at this point, we look at the newspapers and see what is in the newspapers, the headlines, the stories of today. So I have the newspapers, so I will go through the newspapers and tell you what's going on. So we start with, as always, with the Express. So in the main headline is government bleeding citizens' pockets. The opposition leader, Penelope Beckers, has taken aim at Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar, accusing the government of using punitive traffic fines as a desperate measure. Well, of course, that is a main thing that has been over the weekend. They talk about that thief in the night.
With all them traffic laws?
What? And like a lot of other things, Richard, plenty of things just going up. Yeah. Right. Also, Kamala hits back. TNT, a lawless dump under the PNM. Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar has dismissed opposition leader Penelope Becker's criticism with a scathing rebuke. She said that PNM had replaced lawless. Still no closure for Pete's family. This is the diver that we, Pete Phillip. I don't know. We're so backward that we can't find somebody down there, boy, Richard.
Yeah, boy. That is madness.
Yeah, we have so many international friends around us that nobody could go and find that individual for us, boy. Driver killed as truck overturns on the Ho Choi Highway. We had a number of road deaths. That seems to be the norm these days.
Yeah, but so Charles, if you see how they're driving outside there, I tell you, even when I'll tell you the story, I had on my hazard light and a man trying to overtake another car. If he had her brakes, that man pulled. My daughter ball out, because people. Anyway, finish your news headline and.
Yeah. The mayor, it's all mischief, and that's San Fernando Mayor Robert Phillip. He has dismissed a letter purportedly halting the renewal of contracts for short-term workers. So he says it's all mischief. And finally, a kind spirit, 24-year-old Eon Kazim, Peters was killed in a vehicular accident while driving along the southbound lane of the Sir Solomon Hotra Highway in Gasborough on Sunday morning. So more road deaths, and then there's this story of the Venezuelan inmate that dies at the maximum security prison on Christmas Day. Venezuelan inmate at the maximum security in Aruca died on Christmas Day after reportedly falling ill and becoming unresponsive. So I'm sure we're gonna hear a lot more about that because you're in protective custody. People are not supposed to die in situations like that, right? And moving on to the news day, MP mourns ex-footballer taken astray from his dream, or TK straight from his dream. So I'm not familiar with the actual story, but I think it was a national footballer. PBR Maxi drivers suggest $8 for short drops. Well, you know, Maxi
goes again.
Fines to use the bus route, that too has doubled. So you can expect all these things to happen now. PM Trinidad and Tobago has become lawless dump. More dollars to register birds deaths from January 1st. So even things like birds and deaths, fines going up. And there's a story, Beckles, PM squeezing TNT with hike in fees, and guns seized in joint police army patrols. There's also a story where the health minister to review ruling of Zika cases. And I saw somebody was making a strong plea for that situation because there was some judgment and the ministry was supposed to pay. I think that judgment happened under the last administration, but apparently no money was paid, and it was they were taking it to court now. So the family was saying, "Oh God, all they do with that now. We're done struggling with this situation already." So let's see if the health ministry will hear them. And also now, moving on to the Guardian now, PNM urges government to reverse penalty fines. Beckles government squeezing public through excessive taxes. PM again defends health's hefty penalties hikes as PNM calls for this decision to be revoked. Government's new penalty fines, taxes to kick in from January 1st. Sinanan slams government over new traffic fines. That is the Rohan Sinanan, the former Minister of Works and Transport. Mixed reaction from chambers to higher taxes fines. TPP denies CPEP URP jobs will be cut. And Morris blames PM Farley for decline in Christmas tourism. So those are the stories in the newspapers today. Yeah, a lot of things are taking place there, and of course the main thing, is the maxi. Besides the hikes in fares on the bus route, to use the bus route, the traffic offenses in a lot of cases being doubled. Now people have been kicking up about that. Any thoughts on that, Richard?
Plenty thoughts on that, Sir Charles, because at the end of the day, Sir Charles, everything have a ripple effect. If you're going to raise the traffic laws, they're not going to observe all that laws for themselves, basically. What they will do, they will just pass it on to the consumer. Same thing with the land tax, as I was saying, when I sit for you in the morning, me and Mr. Farrell, and speaking of him, he is here on the inside. Good morning, James Farrell. I see Sogo is here too, saying good morning for Woodland. Good morning to all of you people who are here, those of you joining us on the YouTube. Thanks for being here. This is the Breakfast Show. Yeah, I see some of those fines because what let us do, let us send all those information to my what's up. And when I see it, me and my partner was talking about that for chance. We say everything going to go up.
Mm-hmm.
But what I didn't like, here might be, right? In the lead up to the election and even before that, when they used to have the Monday night forum to Charles.
Yeah.
I used to hear the government used to tell the people and then how the PNM is oppressive, there's a wicked government, they will do better, they wouldn't tax the people, right? And so Charles, look what is happening. How could you come from, how you could make a comeback from that as a government? Things that you promised that you're not going to do. And what I don't like also too, is the way that they will always try to blame the PNM. The PNM lost, the PNM get a weapon they will never forget. You have 26 seats. Give up the PNM to banter. Let me try to see how best we can fix this country. I was complaining about potholes when the PNM was here. Complaining right through how they're not seen about the community, not seen about the roads, people paying road taxes and still going down in potholes. Look what is happening now. How are we getting away from that? And that is what I will want to know. I see I have the numbers there. I want our listeners to help us because I'm not understanding that. Right? And those numbers again are 281-1315 or 299-1556. That number again, 281-1315 or 299-5156. And if you're an international caller, you know you got to put 868. And that's it.
Yeah, so give us a call now, people. We can engage you at this point in time before we go to the morning poll as we get closer to 7 o'clock. All right, so yeah, this increase, and you made a very good point there, RJ, because it seems in a lot of cases now that a lot of what we call campaign promises, as they say, promises made, promises kept. Now, in the budget, all right, they talked about certain things that they may have wanted to do. They promised the people this and they promised that. So certain things went. The fixed penalty notice that basically took away most of the fixed penalty notices for drivers, with the exception of things like drunk driving and that sort of thing, right? So people were happy for some of those things. We saw the situation with the fireworks. That is something that people welcomed and that sort of thing. But all of a sudden, these increases and huge increases,
That's what I'm saying, Mr. Charles.
Yeah,
that is my team.
Yeah,
not only increases, emphasize the increases are huge.
Yes, they are.
You cannot come in and you were just firing people left, right, and center. Those same people, such as will be ending up driving a car, and you will pull them over. We are getting the money now to pay those heavy fines. Yeah. I don't understand. This is what the maths just in mathsing for me. Sorry,
the maths and maths. Hold 1 minute there. Good morning to your caller.
Good morning, gentlemen. Far Rockaway. How are you all doing?
We are well, Rockaway.
Good morning, my brother.
How are you that? You broke up. What's that?
I said good morning to you, Far Rockaway.
All right. Yeah, listen, with respect to promises, and I'm not giving anybody right for breaking promises. I'm not giving anybody right for breaking a promise, but all parties do that all over the world. That's a normal thing. That's not even extra because Mr. 47 up here say you're going to stop a war in 24 hours. The war's still going on, right? You say you're going to bring down prices going up, all right? So in 2015, this is what I want to remember now, and I would say all parties do that. In 2015, a particular party promised a plywood factory in San Fernando or South. You have no plywood factory up to this day. And since 2015, I can't remember everything. Yeah. They also promised 500 million going towards agriculture. I ain't see it up to now, 500 million. And that party came up and won the election, and they stayed there for 9 years. Okay, so all parties promise things. With respect to the fines, first of all, the price of rum going up. So what? So what? If the price of food go up, I understand that. The price of rum go up. Okay, well, so what? You just drink less, that's all. Now, the other one is, up here, if you get caught drinking and driving, I'm going to a different topic here, but the same thing with the prices. That will destroy your life for a few years. It's like $10,000 or more it costs you to get back your license. You can't drive for 2 years. You have to put a breathalyzer thing on the car. It destroys your life. You got to get permission to drive between 8 and 4. They come down very hard on you if you get caught drinking and driving. Guess what? The person who doesn't drink and drive, does that worry them? No, it does not worry them. RJ, you spoke on a person give you a bad drive just now, and how your daughter scream or whatever it was. Do you drive like that? No. If you don't drive like that, then you don't have to worry about the prices of fines. Fines are for people who break the law.
Mr. Power, sir,
then you have to worry about the fine.
Mr. Power, sir.
Hold on. Go ahead, RJ.
What he's saying, only the people who have to worry is the people who does break the law. What I'm going to ask him, when the rain falling, so does the rain only fall on bad people rooftops, or the rain that just fall for everybody?
I will reply like this. I don't understand what you're saying, because I'm saying it's only for people who break the law. Yeah. So how could it fall on, if I'm driving correct, rain can't fall on me? If I'm not breaking the law, I don't have to worry about it.
I hear what you're saying, but at the same time, I have to say what I'm saying, because when you say for only the people and to them who are driving bad, I see it happen.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I was telling him we'll continue that discussion with him in the next hour, and I understand what he's saying, and I think that is what the Prime Minister said also. For people who are intent on breaking the law, they are the ones more or less who would feel it, but that is just for driving as a driver. But at the end of the day, some things have spill off in other areas, and I think that is what you were saying there, RJ.
But I know we almost to the news, etc. The point I was trying to make to him, I was in San Fernando at night, and I would drive up a wrong street. I never get a ticket since I driving. I never break the law. I was trying to tell him in a nutshell that he might say it's only the people and them who driving bad. How the officer at that time will know that I'm not from San Fernando and I was going up a wrong street? Right? He would have just charged me. But all my life, I'm following the road laws. I driving, taking my time and I'm driving. And bam, I cannot get a ticket. So that's the point I was trying to ask him. If when the rain falling, if it only fall on bad people's homes. No, it fall on everybody's homes. But at the end of the day, when they're looking to collect their tax, they don't discriminate, If anybody does, so I know we to our news people. We'll get back after the news and we'll continue the discussion.
Yeah, well, as I said, we still have a minute, a minute to go up to the top, but the poll is up. So the Prime Minister, government is saying that here on Trinidad and Tobago is a lawless place when it comes to being on the road.
Mm-hmm.
The opposition is basically saying that you're being punitive, you're putting charges on people, and people on the whole are saying all this is basically just to collect revenue. So we are asking you this morning on our poll, do you think that the government's increased penalties for road traffic offenses are primarily a tool for revenue collection, right? So meaning, do you feel it is basically just to collect money, or if it is that you feel, as they are saying, people are lawless and it is to bring drivers in line? So you're voting yes or no to the question. Do you think the government's increased penalties for road traffic offenses are primarily a tool for revenue collection. Right? So that is what you're voting on. Any thoughts on that, RJ?
Yeah, I like the poll, and it's what we now talking about. So I agree. And just remember, people, yes or no first, and then anything else after. Remember, RJ, you here, I see the chat is lively here, as you can see. So some of the things I'm not going to repeat here, but yes, we will discuss it.
Okay, so stay with us, and we will be back after the news.
The news you need, the clarity you deserve. Local, regional, global. This is Net Radio News Now.
This is News Now on New Era TT Radio for Monday, the 29th of December. I'm Derek McMillan. Season's greetings, everybody. In our top story, Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar says growing lawlessness on the nation's roads is behind government's decision to sharply increase traffic fines from January 1st, 2026. A legal notice issued on Christmas Day confirms that penalties for offenses such as speeding, dangerous driving, and documentation breaches will now be significantly higher, with most fines doubled. Persad-Bissessar said her administration had previously removed the demerit points system, but reckless behavior has continued, resulting in deaths and risk to innocent road users. She warned that leniency was being abused, and tougher measures were now necessary to restore order. The Prime Minister added that only lawbreakers will be affected, and urged motorists to drive within legal limits, saying the increases are meant to deter dangerous driving and protect the public. Maxi-taxi operators will have to pay double to use the priority bus route from January 1st, 2026. A new legal notice has increased the quarterly permit fee from $300 to $600 for all maxi-taxis using the route. The permit is issued every 3 months and may include special conditions set by the Transport Ministry. Earlier this year, Transport and Civil Aviation Minister Eli Zakor said Cabinet had approved 100 new maxi-taxi PBR permits. The announcement followed government's move to recall hundreds of letter passes previously issued to private motorists, which Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar said were meant only for short-term use. Zakor said 8,330 such passes were improperly issued over 5 years, costing $1.7 million. He added that while private passes expanded, dozens of maxi-taxi operators had been waiting years for approval. Head of the Zika Foundation, Dr. Karen Sohan, is calling on Health Minister Dr. Lakram Bodo to halt the state's appeal of a 2023 High Court ruling in favor of a child born with microcephaly linked to the Zika virus. The judgment found the state failed to provide urgent, specialized health care and financial assistance to 8-year-old Davin Raghu, breaching his constitutional right to life. The court ordered the health ministry to support the family and compensate them, but Davin's mother says they have received no help and have been told the state intends to appeal. Dr. Sohan says families of Zika-affected children are only seeking basic support to manage daily care and urged the minister to review the matter with compassion. Davin is one of 17 children born in Trinidad and Tobago with congenital Zika syndrome during the 2017 outbreak. His mother says treatment costs remain overwhelming and families continue to rely on charity. Police are warning the public that new laws governing fireworks use are now in force and will be strictly enforced. Under the Summary Offenses Amendment Act and new fireworks regulations, fireworks may only be discharged with a police permit, except on public holidays between 8 p.m. and 9 p.m., and on Old Year's Night from 11:30 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. From December 19th, anyone breaching the law can be ticketed $450. It is also illegal to set off fireworks within half a mile of hospitals, airports, zoos, registered shelters, farms, forest reserves, or national parks. Police said the reckless use of fireworks endangers lives and property, causes public alarm and distress, especially to children, the elderly, vulnerable people, and animals. officers will conduct targeted patrols and warn or charge offenders. In the region, Jamaican Prime Minister Andrew Holness has urged Caribbean nations to respond with unity and strategic discipline to an increasingly uncertain global environment. His comments came as he handed over the rotating CARICOM chairmanship to St. Kitts and Nevis Prime Minister, Dr. Terence Drew. In a year-end statement, Holness said CARICOM's credibility depends on resolving differences through diplomacy rather than division, especially as global tensions affect regional economies, security, and foreign relations. He stressed the importance of shared principles such as respect for sovereignty, international law, and peaceful dialogue. His remarks follow recent regional disagreements over CARICOM's stance on Venezuela and relations with the United States, including criticism from Trinidad and Tobago Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar, who labeled CARICOM an unreliable partner. Holness did not reference Venezuela or Persad-Bissessar directly in his message. Finally, in international news, Russia now has a record number of billionaires, even as the war in Ukraine continues. But analysts say that under President Vladimir Putin, these ultra-wealthy business leaders, once known as oligarchs, have lost almost all political influence and are now largely silent backers of the Kremlin. Critics of the war have faced harsh reprisals. Former banking tycoon Oleg Tinkov says he was forced to sell his bank at a fraction of its value after condemning the invasion, losing billions and leaving Russia. At the same time, Western sanctions and massive defense spending have boosted Russia's war-driven economy. Forbes now counts 140 Russian billionaires, many tied directly or indirectly to military supply chains. Observers say sanctions have had the unintended effect of pushing Russia's richest closer to the Kremlin, rather than turning them into opponents. And that's news at this time.
That was News Now. Stay informed with New Era TT Radio, Net Radio.
Your mid-morning just got better. Join Sir Charles for the mid-morning mix and mingle, where good music, real talk, health, and family matters come together, and your voice is heard. Whether you're at work, on the go, or just taking a break, this is the perfect mix to keep you engaged, informed, and entertained. The mid-morning mix and mingle, weekdays, 9 a.m. to 12 noon on New Era TT Radio, Net Radio.
Morning vibes, fresh energy. This is the Net Radio Breakfast Show.
Working to build house and family. You are approaching or you're done with 60. Now it's time to be happy. Spend your money once you're hungry. To study acting but price. Just leave us something to get buried. Time for pensioners to live nice. If you're feeling for pork chop for Christmas, eat what you want to eat. Now it's brandy and whiskey you're drinking, and every parent will start to beat. When your money, bend your back. To make arthritis keep your back when you're dancing. In them parents friends when you're dancing. And you start to sweat, pop your champagne. Now you're now it's time to fuck up your rear when you're dancing. In them parents friends when you're dancing. And you start to sweat. Spend your pension on an IS. Buy clothes and look the best. Pay your bills and get buttons. Don't leave no set of money in the bank. Not because you retire. That don't mean you expire. Not because you retire. That don't mean you expire. When it's
parang in Paramin. Start to dress and pick up your cane. Preventing from coming to the country. No more clocking karage. Don't make them stick you with grandchildren. Now it's time to be happy. Once you're taking any grant from them, make sure it's currency. After reaching month of October, you circle in the date. Take your phone, call up a partner, lock the door, open the gate. Bend your money, bend your back. Don't make that try to skip your back when you're dancing. In them parang pet and you're dancing. When you start to sweat, pop your champagne. Now you're here. Now it's time to cock up your head when you're dancing. In them parang pet and you're dancing. When you start to sweat, spend your pension on an IS. Buy clothes and look the best. Pay your bills and get more thanks. Don't leave no set of money in the bank. Not because you retire. That don't mean you expire. Not because you retire. That don't mean you expire. Violent country. Violent country. Blood is divine. Blame and do it. You're only talking about your pension, asking you for the PIN card. They want to carry you to the doctor, but your house they want it bad. When they ask you who get property, who should pay best, you want them know. And when they home sit down and plotting, you indifferent and you whining low. Tell them you need a driver to take back you and your wife. And it's the whole night you're drinking. You ain't taking no chance with your life. Bend your money, bend your back. Don't make her try to skip your back when you're dancing. In the parang pet and you're dancing. And you start to step up your champagne. Now you're here. Now it's time to pop up your head when you're dancing. In the parang pet and you're dancing. But you start to sweat. Spend your pension on an IS. Buy clothes and look the best. Pay your bills and get more thanks. Don't leave no set of money in the bank. Not because you retire. That don't mean you expire. Not because you retire. That don't mean you expire.
Wake up with the Net Radio Breakfast Show. Rise and shine with Wendell Stevens and Richard Ragumarson.
We hated all them boat rides.
Get up, wake up. It's the Breakfast Show. Right here on the Era TT Radio. And of course, we're happy to be here with you. Welcome inside the second hour. And of course, those of you who have been here with us very early this morning, thank you very much. Those of you that came in along the way, and we hope that you will stay with us all throughout the day on New Era TT Radio, NewEraTTRadio.com. New Era TT Radio on TuneIn. That way you get us on all of your Google smart devices, yeah? Through TuneIn. And of course, RJ, Richard Jeremiah, in for Wendell and Richard, who is on vacation until next week. So the morning poll is up, and of course you can vote on the poll now. Or continue to vote on the poll. Remember, you're putting yes or no first, and then you're putting all your comments after, right? So it's easier for us to work through. So the question today, do you think that the government's increased penalties for road traffic offenses are primarily a tool for revenue collection? So you're voting yes if you feel it is more about revenue, or you're voting no if you feel it's generally about safety first, all right? As the government is saying, it's about safety. So the poll is up. We're going to take a short break, and then we're going to come back and tell you how you voted.
The peace and joy of Christmas is on New Era TT Radio.
This is Captain Ron in Orlando. My wife Fifi and I in Ethiopia would like to wish you guys Merry Christmas.
From my family to yours, this is Shell from Aruka.
This is Kenwick from Digo Martin. A Merry Christmas and a bright and prosperous New Year.
We are powered by the people.
I am Michelle. From my family to yours, wishing you a Merry Christmas.
This is Mr. Princess Stone, extending my deepest wishes to the Christian community in appreciation of the life and contribution of Jesus Christ.
This is Junior wishing you Merry Christmas and a bright and prosperous New Year.
Merry Christmas from all of us at New Era TT Radio. NETT Radio.
S&H Rumbox, 137 Western Main Road, St. James, for all your retail and wholesale needs for alcohol and non-alcoholic beverages. Call us at 686-0599 or visit us at 137 Western Main Road, St. James. S&H Rumbox, drinking out of the box.
Looking for pet supplies that wouldn't bite? Visit Bow Wow Supply Limited, your friendly family-owned pet store at the corner of Cane Farm Avenue and 5th Street West, Cane Farm, Trent City.
We offer fabulous prices,
great service, and a wide range of foods, treats, toys, grooming products, and accessories. Everything your pet needs in one place. We are open Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Sundays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Coming today, Bow Wow Supply Limited, Cane Farm Avenue and 5th Street West, Cane Farm, Trent City. Your pet's friendly place. Call us at 640-7184.
Charmflair Auto Services Limited, your one-stop auto repair shop. Located at number 1 Industrial Lane, Charmflair, right opposite the brewery on the Eastern Main Road. Yes, we do it all. Repairs to all makes and models, from your everyday sedan to SUVs, light trucks, pickups, and panel vans. We're also the sole distributors of Devante tires, certified VTS inspection station, plus a wide range of services: oil change, front end and suspension repairs, tune-ups, tire alignment, batteries, electrical work, radiator and cooling system, AC repairs, and accessories galore. We offer pickup and drop-off service too. Call us today at 662-6545 or 662-6572. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Charmflair Auto Services Limited, number 1 Industrial Lane, Charmflair. We do it all.
It's Christmas. Can't do it without black cake, homemade bread, sweet bread, pone, pastel, and punch creme. Get it at Val's Kitchen in Dabadi. To place your order, call 758-0148. Yes, delivery can be arranged. Val's Kitchen, Dabadi.
Black cake I love, with one shot remind.
Okay, so we are back on the inside of the breakfast show. And of course, you are listening to New Era TT Radio. Sir Charles and of course, RJ keeping company inside. This week, while the guys get some much deserved rest. Yeah. So we are here and we are back on the inside. Okay, so the poll is up and you're voting yes or no. A lot of people have already been voting. Right. So before we get to it, so do you think that the government's increased penalties for road traffic offenses are primarily a tool for revenue collection? So remember, you're voting yes if you feel it is more about revenue, and you're voting no if you feel it's generally about safety. All right. So those are the choices: yes or no. All right, so Jeremiah, you want to tell me what the people on the chat is saying on the YouTube?
Yeah, that is not a problem with the poll. Susan is saying yes.
Mm-hmm.
Carla saying yes. Philbe saying yes. Nicole saying yes. Selima saying yes. Michelle Thompson saying yes. Slick Money Grip saying yes. Terry and George say no. Dennis say yes. Ingrid say no. Beauty Culture say yes. The Lord say yes. That's no. Yeah, you see a yes there. The put Avid Smart say yes. Michael say yes. Apollina say yes. And Kenwin say yes. That is what I have thus far. Let me scroll along again. The rest is just chat here.
Yeah, well, there's plenty chat that take place in between there.
Yeah.
So you had to sift through all the chat to find out what.
Yeah. Well, that is what I'm doing here. Why the break was going on, that's what I was trying to do. Just to and see. So when I run it down now, I could zero in underneath. So yeah. And Josie now you coming in? I'm saying yes. I only figure that I'm ready.
All right.
You are saying yes too, and Sherry Ann saying yes too. Them two now jump in here.
All right. Well, the people, you have a couple minutes to see if you could get in on the poll. In the meantime, let me see what's going on the WhatsApp.
Yes, now. Ron DeSantos saying yes to the poll here. Sorry about that. Ron DeSantos saying yes to it here. Right here on chat. So you can go ahead. If I get any before you finish, I will tell you.
All right. So I have right, Pauline saying no. I have Junior saying yes. New York City saying yes. Brenda saying yes. Zena saying yes. Rockaway saying no. Sean saying no. I have also Peter. Peter is saying no. And I think that is it on the WhatsApp. Anybody else coming in last minute on your side?
Trinity Mall Kitchen says you see a big yes. Also, David Smith say yes to the poll. We have wait, you're just now coming saying yes too. Right, so you got 3 yes coming in there.
All right. Okay, so while I tabulate 24, it's 30, 32. Okay. All right, so we had 32 people in on the poll this morning. And, all right, so we had, right, pushing the wrong thing here. Right, so 32 people voted on the poll this morning. The question being, do you think the government increased penalties for road traffic offenses are primarily a tool for revenue collection? And we had 24 persons chiming in saying yes, and 8 persons saying no. So 24 of you say yes, and 8 of you saying no. All right, so that's the poll for today. Anybody else coming in now? According to
no, just in charge. I was just saying, if people obey the law, how come it could be a revenue for the country? Well, as I was trying to ask Mr. Farrakaway, sir, the good people does always get caught up in the middle here. So we could try to hide from that fact, but it do happen, sir. Whosoever you are, male or female. No, I get no other yes or no other no on my end here.
Yeah, well, that is okay for the while. I think we're through. The polls are going to Richard. The poll closed. So if anybody votes,
sure, without thinking.
Yeah. Well, I ain't looking up my house. It's clean for Christmas, you know. I did that all over the place. Yeah. You know. Yeah.
That is how mean. Let us chat here.
Yeah, but you know, and interestingly enough, to also because besides just the situation with the road traffic offenses that people are going to have to pay more for, and you draw a good point there. People do make mistakes on the road. To be, as I say, a human is to err or something like that. And we will definitely make some wrong turns. You go up a one-way street, you go through an area like on my side here. I remember a morning my wife got a ticket because she just forgot after 9 o'clock that you cannot go down that particular part of the street. It was
exactly.
It was 2 minutes past 9 o'clock. And even though she tried to explain to the traffic warden that, oh my gosh, I just lost track of the time. I'm normally going out because normally she goes out like around 7:30. So she's within that time, so she doesn't have a problem. But that particular morning she was running late and was doing something else, and just that little 2 minutes cost $1,000.
So Charles, that is what I'm telling you. So people could hide behind the fact, yes, if you're doing the right thing. As I said, I just try my best when I'm out there to do the right thing. Sometimes I just say, especially when I'm in a hurry, I just say, but how come every time somebody coming out of a side street, I will slow down and let them out. And when it's me, it's like I have to stay for hours.
They don't let you out at all.
Exactly.
Some people, regardless of what you do, they ain't letting you outside there at all,
Well, exactly. So if we have to go by what Mr. Farrakhan is trying to say, that is why I interject and I ask him if when the rain is falling, maybe he didn't get where I was going with that. But I knew, and then I drew the point. I was driving into San Fernando, right? I was going into San Fernando. And what has happened is that I was going up a street where they close, it's supposed to go down, no signage. It was late. I was going to do a show, right? How could I, as a person not living in San Fernando now, know of that? Looking for sign, hustle to kind of make the show, they give me direction, not like long as now, where somebody could just send you a WhatsApp location, right? It was way before that. And how could I know that there was a street to go down that I supposed to up with no sign? So yes, bad things happen to good people, vice versa. So we have to take it as it goes. For me, I will vote on the poll. I will vote yes on the poll because it clears to see that is just for revenues.
Yeah, well, maybe at this point in time, I believe as it is right now, it is more for revenue collection. Myself, but I can understand some of the arguments being put forward. Now, I know a lot of these things, they have different metrics that they use to check certain things also. Sometimes police officers are not lenient with you because, you know what, they get these stories. Sometimes people just have stories in their back pocket. When they want to break the law, they know what to say and all that sort of. So sometimes the police and them really don't have too much leniency with people because they know that some people, and I mean, like I myself, I see it here too, because like even on my street, as I said, sometimes I would see people who know that the sign clearly says, sometimes I see a man slow down. And you know what, he's slowing down to watch to see if it have any police or warden down the road. And if it don't have no police or warden, he not making no wrongs. He going straight through. You understand? He taking that chance. The day that it have a traffic warden or police there, everybody does do the right thing.
Exactly.
You don't want to tell
some
them.
Some of us need the police in a search, Charles, but that thing, you can't paint everybody with a wide brush, and that is my point, right? What is happening there, as I draw the point before, and it hurted me to know, right, that you raise all those traffic fines and then so much of people lost their job. When you stop them saying people who now might be going out to look for a little end and just happen to be on the wrong side of the law. I'm not condoning, I'm not condoning any wrongdoing because I'm one trying people to just take their time and drive. I'm not condoning no wrong. But this has happened. Right?
Well, it does, but I think what people are also saying, and I think this is the takeaway that I got from what Rockaway was saying, and even the Prime Minister to an extent, I can understand somewhat because, like, how do you balance? You can't say, well, for some the law will be this, and for lawbreakers the law will be that. So you now have an age, and I suppose this is where I'm hoping that the ministry would have the information to see how many the percentage of people who are being ticketed, charged for bad driving, if it is if the percentage is a very low percentage, as you are talking about, of people who would make a mistake on the road, because as I said, the police have a discretion, but how many people can we wait to say, okay, we have more lawless people or we have less lawless people, so we can make fines accordingly. Now, personally, I find that the fines are very high for some of those.
For my writing support, I find it too high. And hear me. I hear what you are saying, but you doesn't get those kind of statistics from any government. They wouldn't give you that because
they would have that kind of statistics. People like Arrive Alive and those other individuals will have that kind of statistics. And while we are chatting, let's invite our callers also to be part of the discussion. In between here, 281-1315 or 299-5156. Yeah, so as I said, we will not have the those kinds of information readily available to us. A lot of it does not go, but sometimes they use all of these things while creating policy. Is it good law? Is it bad law? The time will tell, or we could talk about that. But we have a couple callers, so let's take them. Caller, good morning to you.
Hey, Sir Charles, what's up?
Morning, Dean.
Morning, Dean.
Hey, post Christmas, RJ was saying.
Good day.
Yeah, okay. This thing about lawbreakers, and I think we're looking at, and when we say lawbreakers, we're trying to make it feel like if I think that I am somehow habitual demon on the road, then doing real madness and stuff, and I think that kind of sends it to a whole different level, because now we think it. Most of us culturally break the law, merging into the traffic, not stopping by the white line, not doing certain things, merging, not using indicators and stuff and things. And I think to create a culture of driving, yes, fines should never be targeted. It have different methods you could use. It have first strike, that was the demerit point, but you have first strike, the second time, the third time, you really not, and then, okay, we will do, you need either to go and do some recourse, you reabandon. So they have, I think, ways they can approach this rather than going. Then there's the other thing about pegging the fines to the average salary. The average salary in Trinidad is $9,000 to $10,000. That's why I will always $9,000 to $10,000. So you peg in something at $4,000. So anybody, mommy coming out, auntie coming out, an infraction could end up 2,000, 4,000, 5,000. A retiree, you now have to go and borrow some money. Island finance, you're now in debt, further in debt. Now, what is that? Now the first strike, second strike, third strike could avoid that, give you some kind of leeway. But it must always be pegged to an average thing. But the way we're speaking about it, I know there are some habitual crazy demons on the road, driving, running down the shoulder and all these kind of things. And then the third thing is that if he was enforcing and proper traffic regulations and then in the way that we could change, like people driving on the right side, that's against the law too. When you're driving slow in the right lane, is against the law. Moving so they are different. There's a lot of infractions that culturally we do. Right there by the Curragh Junction, people moving from the thing to the left, all sorts of traffic violations and fines. And I have no problem with fines, but still, when you get fines, you should be pegged to a very level of the average salary, and then it should be in place in a way that people could think, and then we could see, like you say, these are the people who not learning. Because I find you the first strike, then okay, I change my behavior. The second strike, because all right, I make a mistake, I didn't recognize, I didn't see the sign, now I know, and all that kind of stuff. But the third strike is like, okay, you really not, and we will send you to so and so.
Yeah.
I think these things about this, and we always like to hit our heads. We like to go straight. That was the same thing with the last government. I've said the same thing. We always want to jam people, and what they alive people, the education component must always be there. She was saying that fines don't necessarily change the behavior.
Habit, yeah.
It just it must have some other aspects of education and life. But right.
Thanks very much, Dean, for your input this morning on the Breakfast Show. Good morning to you, Virginia.
Who that?
Good morning.
Who that? Merry Christmas. Who that? In the red Balizé shirt. Who that? Good morning.
Yes, Mr. The most miserable man in the book. Oh my word.
Me, my mother good child, innocent child, Sir Charles, back me up now, man. You put any man push me under the bus just like that, Sir Charles. Oh gosh, boy. With friends like you, as we used to say out in McDill, with friends like you who need Al Qaeda, oh gosh, boy, Sir Charles, man, push me under the bus, boy.
Oh, Lord.
Hey,
Well,
all right. Hey, good morning to the.
It's like what we are talking about driving. Once you stay within the law, no problem.
Yeah,
but beauty culture on the chat here. Just now, so my brother, beauty culture on the chat here, and they are quite right. Trinidadian need railroad etiquette too. You understand? Among a whole number of things, But at the end of the day, that don't justify the government trying to gouge out people's eyes. And I'm trying to be nice here.
Well, okay. Well, I see both sides of the perspective here. You see, and I like this fella called RJ, boy. You know what? You should have him on in the morning team. Then you all will be like the male version of a show called The View in America. We'll have one guy, the conservative outlook. Anyway, I don't want to stray from the topic.
Please.
But anyway, no. What I'm saying to you here, and it's unanimous. I'm sure everybody will agree with me. You think an increase in fines has ever stopped a drunk driver from killing anybody? You think an increase in fines has stopped anyone who shouldn't be driving from still breaking the law? Never. So why Peter pay for Paul and Paul pay for all? In the US, we call this a money grab. In the sense that, and I ain't biased.
But wait, hold on there, Virginia.
Biased, but I'll tell you.
Virginia, hold on.
Okay.
I hear what you're saying, right? Okay. Fines never stop anybody from drinking and driving and all that. So what should somebody do in a situation like that?
The penalties, without increasing the price and making Peter pay for Paul and Paul pay for all, increase the severity of the penalties. We had the same problem in the US too, with people who shouldn't be driving, right? And they repeat offenders, and they're only in certain states that they really suck it to you. Okay, and you should do the same thing in Trinidad and anywhere else in the world.
Right now we getting severe penalties. It's probably
no right, but the key word is we. You and I breaking the law. RJ breaking the law.
Well then,
we not breaking the law, right? It's only the repeat offenders and.
Well then, you don't have nothing to worry about if that's the case. Then
no. It increased, but anyway. But before I close off here, but anyway, I am saying that's what I'm saying in relation to it, right? You increase the penalties, and the increase in penalties doesn't mean money. Now, there's a saying out in the conservative circles, and you know what, people, those wearing the orange and those wearing the not the orange, the yellow and the red. Hey, look, let's face it, right? You have something in common with Democrats out here, Democrats never see a tax or a levy they didn't like. And that's the reality to it. So I think that, a much better way. A government who has to rely on legalizing things like using weed, right, as recreational, or using stuff like that, or just increasing the fine for everybody in certain things like this, is a government who has no creativity and shouldn't be governing, as far as I'm concerned, because it just shows that they don't know how to be innovative. They don't know how. Half of them never even run a lemonade stand.
Hey, but wait, but you just say that where you are outside, it have all kind of stiff penalty and fine. So what you saying, that your government bring less?
No, again, you all fail to realize. People are quick to say, America. Listen, there's two Americas right now. Don't you realize that? So you can't just take a broad brush and just back by me, right? As I'm saying, each state might be different. Each state might be different in how they do things.
Yeah, well.
So you have to be looking at it from that perspective.
Yeah.
But as I said, I don't know.
You're driving one way when you're in New York. You're driving like a madman, and when you leave and you go on the other state, you're driving good.
Hello, in New York, you have people driving, and I'm sure you guys are very savvy on the net. Go on the net and see people who buying them let into the country. Never even the most of the drivers are donkey cart, and they put them on 18-wheelers and trailers and stuff. And you see the craziness that's going on. How these people pass a driving test? They can't speak one word of English. How these people do all that, right? So, and as a matter of fact, they have records showing that. When it comes to a name, they couldn't even, they put something else instead of a name in front of the licenses. Right. So I'm not saying everything is perfect here, but no, really, I think it's poor. It is really a sad day when you see a government has to make Peter pay for Paul and Paul pay for all on those who are repeat offenders and those who just break the law. That's just wrong. So
all right, okay.
Anyway, hey, so Far Rockaway was apologizing. My buddy Far Rockaway, morning buddy, Merry Christmas. He was apologizing. He's such a decent fella from Barrett area. He was apologizing for being late in the chat. No, I just want to tell him he have a good excuse. He have a young wife. That was it.
Oh Lord.
Anyway,
all right,
fellas,
okay.
Have a great day, man. God bless.
Yeah, no problem.
So Charles, and I have to agree with him before you take the next call. I have to agree with him, and not all the time as I agree with that gentleman. You see, this morning I have to agree with him, right? Because at the end of the day, while you're more the numeric points, right? And to bring in what? That is making no sense to me, sir, Charles. No sense.
All right, so, let's take the caller. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Sir Charles. Good morning, RJ. How are you all guys going?
Good.
Very good. Susan.
Yes, my dear. Remember the big payout, they pay out for 10%. So remember the police and then go on the back pay, this one go on the back pay. So they had to get from somewhere, right? That is one. Two, I hope with the little money that they get, well, not that we can think it'll be little, it'll be big money too. Because to me, the last time when she started talk about it, I think it was the last one, I guess $75 million worth in traffic tickets and whatnot. And still the road and them deplorable. I mean, a whole man could fit inside that.
Exactly.
Yes, we might find the fees and them is exorbitant concerning the charging this, that, and the other. But at the end of the day, if you are a driving citizen and you driving within the law, it shouldn't humbug you, it shouldn't affect you. Yes, I know that is one part of the coin. And the other part, Peter pay for Paul and everything with it goes along with it. But at the end of the day, if you are driving within the law, that should not humbug you. Because remember, once you're driving within the law and you do what you're supposed to do, remember at the end of the day, when you're driving, you can't look out for yourself, you have to look out for other people. Because when you see a man, when you tell you drive at least a car length from each other, people don't drive that, people don't be right up in the people end. But they don't drive car length. If they drive car length, at least you could see a man dodging from a pothole. And you could swerve as much as you could swerve. You understand? But it's easier said than done because of how the people are lawless. Sometimes a simple indicator to say, well, all right, I'm making a turning right. Some people don't step on that. Some people just have one wrong indicator thinking they're turning right. This time is a left they're making. That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
You understand? And
The
then the next
focus in
thing
the
too
road.
is this taxi fare that these maxi taxi drivers and they want to raise the price of a maxi fare from $6 from $5 for short job to $8. They had to be on crack because the last time I remember in 2020 when they had this whole COVID thing and they bought her one person to seat, they said, oh, they making enough money, they raise the fare. When everything done, did they bring it back down? No, they didn't bring it back.
Exactly no.
When the fuel went up, the raising everything. Did they bring back anything down? No. Same thing with flour. When flour gone up high sky, did they bring it back down? No. So this is where government should come and say, hey, what's going on? We are doing the fare is X amount of dollars. Maxi taxi drivers, you all are not to raise the fare. If you want to raise it at least by $1. But you want to raise it by $2-3, now man, criminal. Short job should always remain $5, but that's right literally. And people, if the main road maxi taxi has not raised the fare, we just take main road. Just take away main road and then the people have
But the main road would be so congested, girl.
This is an
so congested.
But when they had to reach from A to B, that's the thing.
Exactly. That one will be kind of harder. So I agree.
Main road, maxi taxi. I believe their fare will be the same at an hamburger, just stay the main road. Just get past early and just move. That is simple and easy. I bet you the price to go to realize we ain't getting much passengers as before.
All right. Thanks much, Suzanne.
You're most welcome.
All right. Thanks for your contribution there. I said, if most people are good drivers, as we say, then really and truly the government really shouldn't really collect no money. Mr. Pat, good morning to you.
Come in, caller.
Morning, Mr. Davis. Your co-host, morning.
Yes, RJ.
Morning, Mr. Billy.
You see, the people only focusing on one thing. And I'm focusing on the whole thing. The whole price structure for everything in Trinidad has been going up. To register a birth, to register a death. Poultry is gone up, so everything you import in this country gone up. Everything in the grocery gone up. Every item you bring in Trinidad has been gone up. Based on poultry is gone up by 100%. Nice? Materials to build houses and things gone up. Nice? We only talking about the delinquent driver who's drinking the alcohol and driving, but what about the man who's driving down the road and one of the bulb in his car blew, or he's driving down the road and a man cutting grass or something from a truck or a vehicle fly off the wheel and hit the glass and it cracked. Right? And a glass now, a windscreen at least about $5,000-6,000 was on the vehicle. Right? So you have to run around and move around to see if you can get it. Right? We only looking at one thing, driving the reckless driver, but that driver who don't drive reckless, whose side mirror might get a leak away, who windshield wiper might get defective. He has to fix the things, yes. But the price they're charging a man, is something wrong with that?
Well said.
When people make a child, right? And they have to run around and some people, why you raise that? Everything in the country gone up. Maxi taxis on the bus route. Right? You can remember it had an issue some years back on the bus route. Whether I want to pay some toll when they go need to get.
Yeah.
I think it was $1.
I think it was $1. And they went to court. I don't think they ever get back that money,
Right. I think some people I think they get back the money something.
Okay.
Right? Why don't you leave that in place? It's simple like that. Right? Now, the property tax. Last time I had a guy, we had a discussion about that. You're penalizing one set of people because they're renting people who don't have a home. If that people don't have no home, they can't buy a house, so they're paying a rent. Right? You go and penalize the guy now, the woman or the man, the little old man or the little old woman, who take a mortgage from the bank and pay back a loan to try to make an income. Because the same NIS money you're getting people can sustain them. And now you want to tell them they have to pay a tax. And all the people and them who have all the property they ain't pay no tax. That making sense? Why don't they leave the structure of the tax? If it's $100 for everybody across the board. So like, what are you seeing going on with the government, Jamaica? As I don't tell people already, I'm not no PNM, I'm not no UNC. Why is he going on with the government? It's a money thing.
Yeah, well, of course it's a money thing. There's no money.
So by what means necessary?
They're broken to break open.
Right?
But the same was the answer, Sir Charles.
Yeah, everything. And
nobody salary raise.
No.
But NIS going up.
Yeah.
So we have to look at the broader picture.
Yeah.
Mr. Farouk, the broader picture. Don't look at one thing as the whole thing. Why does the government decide to raise everything in Trinidad and Tobago by 100%?
Yeah. All right. Okay, Mr. Patrick. Now, to be fair to Farouk away or anybody else who may have been looking at it that way, we were really talking on that particular issue. Now, Mr. Patrick, you have broadened the issue, which I thought we would probably have gotten into probably later on, but we were specifically dealing with the traffic offenses. But yes, there is a broader issue, and everything because of the amount of continuously raising of taxes across the board. The population really and truly will go into shock, and I think that is. Yeah, after this, by the time this government gets into the second year, everybody in Trinidad go be needing counseling, right? Hear me. The point I'm trying to make to you, they're going to start with the traffic because, but what I'm saying, right? My point is, no, they're not starting with the traffic. They already started with other things. Alcohol.
Well, no, since we are dealing with the traffic, that's what I was just saying, right? But, well, I mean everything else, right? I don't want to sound too biased, right? Hear me. When I came up here the first time with the MU, I was talking about when they came into power, I was happy, real happy. Because the first thing that they do, well, for what I see, the first good thing that I see that they did, the minister went into the hospital and she was asking pertinent questions, right? It's not as my partner who was only with a camera and throwing up radar, not plugged in or nothing like that. I was talking about the good things that I see they were shaping up to do. Within the twinkling of an eye, I have to backtrack, and I'm not only backtrack, but make a somersault, right? Because for what I see they are doing now, trust me, I wasn't expecting that. The 2060, boys such as I have that country running with milk and honey. The PNM on that city light a day in Trinidad again for a long time.
Yeah, but the thing about it, RJ, reality bites here, and if at the end of it all, we have no money. It's not like if the last administration leave Trinidad and Tobago in a good space, you know. We understand? It is that they leave the country with a whole set of money and revenue, and we have all this set of money, so we don't need this kind of thing.
But Sir Charles, the PNM was saying that, and the PNM was trying to tax us, that ask us to tighten the belt. The same government now that you're talking about tell us they will come and we will release that belt. Right now, I have on 2 belts here, and I don't know if I don't know if a belt that I lifting weights with or just an ordinary belt.
And you're right. You're right. The belt probably even a little tighter now too. You understand? Yeah.
But I can hardly breathe.
Yeah, but that's the politics part of it, you know, and that is the nasty part of the politics. But hold on one minute. Caller, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, RJ.
Good morning. Good morning.
Belt, because I'm ready to push back. And if it is that people would follow me, we need to run all them lights officers and police off the road for them to do other things. Because you can't tell me, right, that you're saying it's not a revenue earner. But since the year started now, every time you're out there, you have a set of traffic, you have a roadblock here, roadblock there, roadblock all over the place, right?
Yeah.
And yes, they did some adjustments to the gas. But when you look at it, we're not getting no compensation for our gas and oil when we're in all this traffic, right? And what people need to do is to push back. When you meet them on the road, run them off the road. Run them, chase them. Because I'll tell you why.
You have to be very careful what you're saying.
So Charles, you're paying insurance for your vehicle.
Caller,
right?
I hear you, but I want you to be very careful with what you're saying, the way you're saying it too, all right?
Right? No, well, I'm not afraid of them, because I'm fed up with them.
No, well, yeah, but you don't want people to you don't want people to take you literally and just start to do all kind of madness.
No, I'm not saying it like that.
Right.
What I'm
Well,
saying
that's
is
how
we
it coming
argue with
across.
them. What I'm saying is we argue with them and tell them it's time for them to go home and take a rest and stop harassing the public.
Oh, okay, yeah. Argue with
Right?
them. Okay.
That's what I mean. We argue with them because we fed up, right? Yeah, what I'm saying is, imagine you paying insurance for a vehicle. You're paying nearly $2,000 for insurance for your vehicle, and you still can't drive it on the public roadway because you still have to go and get it inspected. Why it is they didn't fix that and allow the insurance companies to inspect the vehicles? So it's two sets of money you're paying, right? That is wrong. We need to fix that because you still have people now. They still, even if you have insurance on your vehicle, you can't use it because you have to get it inspected. I am saying nothing is wrong with getting it inspected, but what I am saying is, that is two sets of money. It's like insurance is not all you need. They need the inspection. What I am saying is, let the insurance companies deal with that because they're collecting more money from you, the public.
You want the insurance company to deal with the inspection?
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Because it is wrong.
But that can't happen.
What we're going through now.
Well,
We have a lot of people have vehicles and they can't use it.
Yeah, but you can't expect
you have the insurance in the vehicle, but you can't use it because you can't afford to do the inspection.
Yeah, but Kola, you can't expect the insurance company to be the ones.
Charles, they're charging us a lot of money for that.
Yeah, they're paying for your insurance. I can
insurance
understand
alone.
that. If you want, to talk about the insurance premium,
inspect the vehicle.
but you still
they need to fix that problem.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Right?
No
Because
problem.
that was an argument. That was an argument.
Yeah, but you can't
around
expect
the
that they will
time
do
when
that,
that
eh?
was coming out.
Yeah, you can't expect that the insurance company will be inspecting vehicles. That can't happen.
Now, the other thing is, right? Mr. Trincity brought up a thing about food prices. Now, alone, imagine Nestle have a whole big piece of land, right? And they never even sponsor a steel ban, and all their products going up in the supermarket. And what they ever give back to us in Trinidad, nothing.
Well, you want to
All those years.
get your pants side
All
and go
those years.
get your pants side to go across by them and start a placard.
All those years, Sir Charles Day in Trinidad, and all you see is that their products is going up all the time.
All right, okay, no problem. Yeah, I'm kidding. I gotta leave you at this point in time. Yeah. But if it's anything, you will have to go out there and placard, get your for the changes that you want to see take place. But I understand the broader issue of the whole thing with all the other things. Definitely, things will be going up, and it's at some point in time, it can become unsustainable because at the end of the day, people's money not going up. People don't have more income. How are they going to deal with all the other things that are trickling down? Because there is trickle-down effect with everything that you read. Something.
It has.
Yeah,
Even such as I'm watching the chat here, and that chat here lively as what? And I like this chat as a lot easier. I can understand why Wendell at sometimes does get frustrated. Or even always quarreling with it. Right? But seriously, such as, and I was saying that on a program when I sit for you in the morning, I brought up the point with the same thing, right? Everything is going up. Okay, you drop the gas to $1 gas. And I asked the question that morning. I said, it's 8 o'clock. Let me go to the news and we'll come back and I'll continue.
Yeah, so hold it because I had let me just take this call quick before we go to the news and then we'll come back and we'll deal with
No problem.
Caller, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Morning to you, Dabity.
RJ, good morning. So I thought
Hi, good morning. Good morning.
So Charles, yes, we are a lawless society. I say that for so long because just it's kind of driving on the road and it's stupid as people do. We are. But the point is, when you say a dump, there's now like where Dominic Labas is.
Literally, yes. Literally, that is what it is.
You are governing a country like a dump. It's even I always call her the orange man who named Trump, the Trump orange head. She's Trumpina. You know, she really wanted to say the S-hole name, but she don't want to go that far, so she call it a dump. I wonder sometimes if the prime minister really thinks of what she's going to say. Because like Trump on the other side, the orange head man, he doesn't think before he engages his brain. And it's the same thing she self is doing. Trumpina, is that twin, Trump and Trumpina. She does not think. Because for you to call your country a dump, and you are looking over that dump, something had to be wrong with you. Because first, you can't put everybody in one basket, such as me breaking no law. So don't call
I
me
took offense to that too. I love her, trust me.
I'm not lawless.
Yeah.
She has people in her cabinet who have been charged for offenses. I'm not saying they're guilty. I'm not saying they're innocent, right? But something happened. She has a man who is the Speaker of the House, was convicted. He's an ex-con, as they call them, where you have served your time. So then, what should I call lawlessness? I think what I want to say, how the news will start, I will say the rest later in the program.
No problem. And check your facts on that part, because I need to show it was a situation where man was convicted. All right? I know they had some situation with the court, and I think charges were either dismissed or some technicality. But once that happened, you can't say people convicted. All right? But
I can see what's calling at the two boys and them to go and do the news, and look. 8 o'clock here, and you're going to do the news. When you have Wendell here, don't let me hear you calling at them to go and do the news. And let me do you.
No, I had to make sure I get the call inside because she was holding on. All right?
Okay.
The news you need, the clarity you deserve. Local, regional, global. This is Net Radio News Now.
This is News Now on New Era TT Radio for Monday, the 29th of December. I'm Derek McMillan. Season's greetings, everybody. In our top story, Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar says growing lawlessness on the nation's roads is behind government's decision to sharply increase traffic fines from January 1st, 2026. A legal notice issued on Christmas Day confirms that penalties for offenses such as speeding, dangerous driving, and documentation breaches will now be significantly higher, with most fines doubled. Persad-Bissessar said her administration had previously removed the demerit points system, but reckless behavior has continued, resulting in deaths and risk to innocent road users. She warned that leniency was being abused, and tougher measures were now necessary to restore order. The Prime Minister added that only lawbreakers will be affected, and urged motorists to drive within legal limits, saying the increases are meant to deter dangerous driving and protect the public. Maxi-taxi operators will have to pay double to use the priority bus route from January 1st, 2026. A new legal notice has increased the quarterly permit fee from $300 to $600 for all maxi-taxis using the route. The permit is issued every 3 months and may include special conditions set by the Transport Ministry. Earlier this year, Transport and Civil Aviation Minister Eli Zakor said Cabinet had approved 100 new maxi-taxi PBR permits. The announcement followed government's move to recall hundreds of letter passes previously issued to private motorists, which Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar said were meant only for short-term use. Zakor said 8,330 such passes were improperly issued over 5 years, costing $1.7 million. He added that while private passes expanded, dozens of maxi-taxi operators had been waiting years for approval. Head of the Zika Foundation, Dr. Karen Sohan, is calling on Health Minister Dr. Lakram Bodo to halt the state's appeal of a 2023 High Court ruling in favor of a child born with microcephaly linked to the Zika virus. The judgment found the state failed to provide urgent, specialized health care and financial assistance to 8-year-old Davin Raghu, breaching his constitutional right to life. The court ordered the health ministry to support the family and compensate them, but Davin's mother says they have received no help and have been told the state intends to appeal. Dr. Sohan says families of Zika-affected children are only seeking basic support to manage daily care and urged the minister to review the matter with compassion. Davin is one of 17 children born in Trinidad and Tobago with congenital Zika syndrome during the 2017 outbreak. His mother says treatment costs remain overwhelming and families continue to rely on charity. Police are warning the public that new laws governing fireworks use are now in force and will be strictly enforced. Under the Summary Offenses Amendment Act and new fireworks regulations, fireworks may only be discharged with a police permit, except on public holidays between 8 p.m. and 9 p.m., and on Old Year's Night from 11:30 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. From December 19th, anyone breaching the law can be ticketed $450. It is also illegal to set off fireworks within half a mile of hospitals, airports, zoos, registered shelters, farms, forest reserves, or national parks. Police said the reckless use of fireworks endangers lives and property, causes public alarm and distress, especially to children, the elderly, vulnerable people, and animals. Officers will conduct targeted patrols and warn or charge offenders. In the region, Jamaican Prime Minister Andrew Holness has urged Caribbean nations to respond with unity and strategic discipline to an increasingly uncertain global environment. His comments came as he handed over the rotating CARICOM chairmanship to St. Kitts and Nevis Prime Minister, Dr. Terence Drew. In a year-end statement, Holness said CARICOM's credibility depends on resolving differences through diplomacy rather than division, especially as global tensions affect regional economies, security, and foreign relations. He stressed the importance of shared principles such as respect for sovereignty, international law, and peaceful dialogue. His remarks follow recent regional disagreements over CARICOM's stance on Venezuela and relations with the United States, including criticism from Trinidad and Tobago Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar, who labeled CARICOM an unreliable partner. Holness did not reference Venezuela or Persad-Bissessar directly in his message. Finally, in international news, Russia now has a record number of billionaires, even as the war in Ukraine continues. But analysts say that under President Vladimir Putin, these ultra-wealthy business leaders, once known as oligarchs, have lost almost all political influence and are now largely silent backers of the Kremlin. Critics of the war have faced harsh reprisals. Former banking tycoon Oleg Tinkov says he was forced to sell his bank at a fraction of its value after condemning the invasion, losing billions and leaving Russia. At the same time, Western sanctions and massive defense spending have boosted Russia's war-driven economy. Forbes now counts 140 Russian billionaires, many tied directly or indirectly to military supply chains. Observers say sanctions have had the unintended effect of pushing Russia's richest closer to the Kremlin, rather than turning them into opponents. And that's news at this time.
That was News Now. Stay informed with New Era TT Radio, Net Radio. At Christmas on New Era TT Radio, the family comes first.
Hi, this is Zena from Arima, sending season's greetings to my entire Net Radio family.
This is Dean. Season's greetings to the Net Radio family.
This is cheerleader from Hills at Tenapuna. Merry Christmas.
Family fun, joy, and togetherness.
Hi, I'm Patrick Brady from Powder Magazine Facebook. Merry Christmas and a bright and prosperous New Year.
And I am Super Charles. Big up New Era TT Radio.
Merry Christmas, everybody. This is Tayan from Mova.
There's no place like New Era TT Radio at Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Looking for pet supplies that wouldn't bite? Visit Bow Wow Supply Limited, your friendly family-owned pet store at the corner of Cane Farm Avenue and 5th Street West, Cane Farm, Trent City.
We offer fabulous prices,
great service, and a wide range of foods, treats, toys, grooming products, and accessories. Everything your pet needs in one place. We are open Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Sundays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Coming today, Bow Wow Supply Limited, Cane Farm Avenue and 5th Street West, Cane Farm, Trent City. Your pet's friendly place. Call us at 640-7184.
It's Christmas. Can't do without black cake, homemade bread, sweet bread, pone, pastel, and punch creme. Get it at Val's Kitchen in Dabadi. To place your order, call 758-0148. Yes, delivery can be arranged. Val's Kitchen, Dabadi.
Charmflair Auto Services Limited, your one-stop auto repair shop. Located at number 1 Industrial Lane, Charmflair, right opposite the brewery on the Eastern Main Road. Yes, we do it all. Repairs to all makes and models, from your everyday sedan to SUVs, light trucks, pickups, and panel vans. We're also the sole distributors of Davante tires, certified VTS inspection station, plus a wide range of services: oil change, front end and suspension repairs, tune-ups, tire alignment, batteries, electrical work, radiator and cooling system, AC repairs, and accessories galore. We offer pickup and drop-off service too. Call us today at 662-6545 or 662-6572. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Charmflair Auto Services Limited, number 1 Industrial Lane, Charmflair. We do it all.
S&H Rumbox, 137 Western Main Road, St. James, for all your retail and wholesale needs for alcohol and non-alcoholic beverages. Call us at 686-0599 or visit us at 137 Western Main Road, St. James. S&H Rumbox, drinking out of the box.
Okay, so we are back.
Yes, my brother, glad to be back as always. This is New Era TT Radio. This is the breakfast show. The strange voice. This is just here, Studio RJ, just sitting here with Sir Charles. And I'm watching the chart even when he was doing the news here. If I go to follow that chart here with all what we have to say, you wouldn't bring me back here next morning, you know.
Yeah, but at the end of it all, I want some of you people in the chat, please, or they try and don't spoil the chat. Now, I understand they'll just have to go through, you know. Ambrose, they could do it a lot better than that.
This morning, they kind of good this morning, but boy, they'll stay a lot here.
You can make your comments, and we're going to try and make your comments respectfully. At the end of it all, your comment is no more or less important than anybody else in comment, and you want people to respect you, so try and give people respect on the chat. Now, don't spoil the chat. All right, so Ambrose, I think you can do better than that. I give you the opportunity to try and remove that comment that you put up there. All right.
But as I say, yes, there are some people strong in their belief, or strong in their government belief. But at the end of the day, if the masses don't agree with certain things, you can't vex with somebody for that. Because the first day I was here, I get a lot of praises. Everybody telling me things like that. When I come back and I started to talk about the people who they let go, then I realized people as only stand up for the government. If you're saying things that they could align themselves with and with the government, they will side with you. But from the time you go off where they want you to go, boy.
I know, for the time you're not saying what they want you to say. It's then you see the other side.
Yeah, and the study for colors, their jersey and all that thing on your back.
Well, I mean, I've been here with them for a long time. It's not even just here, all over. For the length of time that we have been doing radio, I think that is how it is. Once you're not agreeing or carrying the baggage, they tend to see you as the enemy. You must side and agree with whatever they're saying. But people have different opinions, and we have to learn as people to respect other people's opinions and views. You could disagree. You don't have to.
Yeah, most of all the time. Because I was drawing the point before we go to the news break. Me and Mr. Hotep was different, but at least we understood. He talked about live sport. He couldn't see no goodness out of live sport. I thought I was part of the program. I understood it, and I see goodness out of the program. But at the end of the day, we both agree to disagree, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we all live in Trinidad and Tobago. Any problem happen in Trinidad and Tobago as talk show hosts, we must bring it to the limelight. If we are doing that and we are the one who are addressing the problem for you, you cannot always attack the messenger at all time, right? Even when I was here the first time, I talked about the dollar gas. I said, okay, I will give it a chance. And those of them who here with me now, and they can tell you, I said, I'll give it a chance. At the end of the day, who's going to regulate? Who's going to go and see if you're getting value for money? 99.9% of the time you don't. If they could have fixed the pumps and then beforehand, as they used to do, who tell you when the dollar gas? They're not going to do that. The first few days, I tried out. I went in and I pull up. Right? Go and do the same thing now. It back to same old. Susan draw a good time, early o'clock. Everything is going up. Even when the Maxi was talking about the pandemic, they was talking about, okay, since it's less people in the Maxi now, they need to raise their fare. We griped about it, but people went along, and we pay at the end of the day. We say they have families just like we, they have to live. Their job, gas, even though they might say, okay, it wasn't diesel, and the Maxi, and then it was diesel. But you have some of them who was using the CNG, and none of them still doesn't drop their fare to help the public. Everybody here just trying to dig out everybody out. The business
and that is the sad thing about it. But people in a final moment, let's take your calls now with 281-1315 and 299-5156. And we have somebody on the line also already. So let's go back to the line. Hello, good morning.
Yes, hello. And we were talking about the structure and the prices and our friends who have bars and businesses and the people complaining serious. I know about 3 workers got home already. Is that a guy? Yana place, he's around a little machine and thing. Mm-hmm. All the machine going, about 5 people got home. Yeah, sir. You see, we looking at the price raising and thing, but just imagine you running a bar and they tell you have to pay more liability for current. I talking to a bar owner the other day. When he tell me how much liability you pay per month, $10,000.
Yeah, it's a lot. All them fridge and freezer and things that's pull plenty and especially
all them freezer you're watching and them chill and things. You say like big money, brother. Yeah. And now drink got up by 100%, he say, and customers gone down by 99%.
Yeah, because customers have no money to spend.
Exactly.
So the businessman who rented the place to the barman, he rent gone up. So the barman had to pay more. So it's a whole
it's a domino, whole domino effect.
I know what I'm telling you, right? And these people who I'm dealing with, them is UNC people, and they're very disgusted what's going on. But they don't come out and tell you.
Well, soon enough,
they won't tell you because
people will.
I had a conversation. When you're going to the grocery or the market, they don't ask them is that UNC you are paying them.
No.
Yeah.
They don't ask them bring in the bank. So when we in Trinidad and Tobago fighting over racial divide, we have to stop that stupidness and get together and protest when anything wrong.
and that is what you will find people, because just as the maxi taxis are saying right now, they are going to be starting some sorts of protest. I'm waiting to see what form and fashion it will take. But yeah, if people are this, we gotta come out in the road.
I have some landlord friends, them say them are taking that price. The tenant are pay that. And I know
all you doing forget is still under SOE.
I don't tell them, look, I better right now.
And that is the next thing to Richard. We are on the SOE. Yeah, so you may not be able to protest some of those things. Trinity, thanks much. Yeah.
Those numbers again, people. Those numbers again: 218-1315 or 299-5156. And just remember, we're going up until 9 o'clock. Normally, them fellas them just finish about 8:15. I'm sitting here with Sir Charles until about 9 o'clock, so you have more time to call, more time for you to have some meaningful dialogue. So this is the breakfast show, people.
Yeah, so give us a buzz, right? Virginia, you're back inside.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I want to second the motion of both you gentlemen, Sir Charles and RJ, for what you're saying about the chat. Look, I mean, as much as I may hold a different point of view than most people on this platform, I always treat everyone with the sheer reverence and respect. And I mean, look, me and Far Rockaway, we have a great relationship, although we may be ideologically different, not as much, but I think he's a real more conservative than he really wants to admit. But anyway, no, but really, I mean, I respect his view, he respects my view, but when I see individuals there going against him and saying stuff, calling him jackass and stuff, that's not necessary, people. They have platforms you could go and do that nonsense that I wouldn't even give the privilege of naming other platforms and shows in the morning. So please, people, I mean, you know what? I always give this example, and you've all heard me of that, right? Say it before. When someone wear a uniform like a firefighter or emergency response person, they don't come when they come in to rescue you in a burning building or whatever and say, hey, you PNM, you UNC, you Republican, you Democrat. No. Are you okay? Can you make it out? And they come and they pull you out. So, and if everyone would just have that same type of approach, that is fine. So it's really, really, put your humanity before your party. How you like that, fellas? How you like that word there? Put humanity before your party.
Put something.
Put some decency in it. So that's how it is, And and the nice lady who called in earlier on, and that the Prime Minister really could really think before she speaks. And I know the one that you call the orange one, he sometimes speaks his mind. But you know what? Tell me something. I put this in the chat to some folks. Tell me something. If you come from a sector of the world or a region or a country where a woman is treated with less decency than a goat, right? And then wouldn't you call that, whatever word you want to use, dump or whatever, wouldn't you call it that, a society like that? So the problem is that some come to the Western Hemisphere, and that includes Trinidad and Tobago, we're part of the Western Hemisphere or the Western world, and they want to bring those habits to your own doorstep. And that's just wrong. So you know what? Stay in the whatever hole you want to call it with that sort of thing, as far as I'm concerned, okay? Anyway, hey guys, have a great morning. Always great chatting with you all, okay? Take care.
Okay.
Cheers.
My brother.
All right. So remember, we are here. We are taking your calls, and you can call us on the breakfast show, and we are taking that call. Caller, good morning.
Hey, man. Right. Okay. I hear Virginia, but come on, Virginia. Let me. You just called migrant people from Latin America who can't drive a donkey car. That is pulling people, and then sometimes the thing about socialist scum and thing. So if you're going to be fair, we can't do it 1 minute and then the next, So if you're going to have a balanced conversation, and we want to pull up people's socks, we also have to have old people when they think, because, Virginia himself has thrown people under the bus in very disparaging ways. And he also needs to be fair for that. Okay, but back to the topic at hand about, right. And I think one of the interesting things is the fact is, right, we know that the country is in a really financial situation. It was from there, and it may have even gotten to a point. And I think this is where, and I mentioned this to you, Sir Charles, where leadership is supposed to pull the country aside and have a conversation with them. How you do that is there are many methodologies to do these things. That's why I always talk about social work, having conversation, chariots, and all that thing. And there are ways we can do it. And then you ease people, and then you have to, how do you ease people into raising the revenue that you want, and then applying it in a way that it makes sense, rather than just in the tea for the night situation and not giving the people the necessary thing. And how we do that, because we have all these financial people. The thing is, we have development economists, and there's social budgeting, gender budgeting. There's all sorts of kind of budgeting, how you budget and how you cooperatively set around rethinking the country when you're at a financial bind. This is a turning point for us again, another turning point. We went through this in the NAR situation, right? Where they think and everybody gets vexed, and actually 10 years and 20 years in the analysis, all the economists and them say, yeah, what NAR was doing was really going on help, but people fought back, because one of the critiques of the NAR situation was that they were not communicative enough in the way that people could understand what they were doing. Here we are again in a situation where the government doesn't have the self-esteem, maturity to come to its population and speak very honestly about where we are, and then going about it in these things. This traffic situation is treating me like I'm a criminal, and I just run in there. Infractions are infractions. We do that. We do that just by thing. We do it every day. Jaywalking, the amount of jaywalking we do. Just walk into the road and think, how do you change that? That's what traffic wardens could do. Traffic wardens are wrong, kind of imply, hey, and over a time you change behavior. That is done. That could be done through not punitive measures, but by in placing and thinking through traffic wardens, traffic police, and you change the culture. Obviously fines, but not fines to the point where at 9,000, when you break down in an average salary of 9 to 10,000, you pay rent and think you're skating, you can hardly put money in the bank. Now on top of that, you make a wrong turn, you in a fine situation where now you in debt. How that could be how that makes sense? Now maybe you could say, all right, the fine is this way. I was never a fan of when they did it in the last government, because those things are just overburdened. I think it has some kind of constitutional situation there. I don't know what the lawyers will think, how lawyers look at it from a constitutional position, because that Zika case that is going on there, that is the argument. The argument is it breaks the constitutionality of the patient, and they won.
Yeah.
So this thing about what we talk is also a constitutional thing, because what they do is undue burden to the average citizen who's earning a $9,000 to $10,000 monthly salary. A fine could put somebody into serious predicament. Nobody seems not to understand it. That predicament, that because it might be already on loans. People in
Most
loans
likely you
already
are.
borrowing money. The school coming through, you gotta buy things, medical. People are already in debt in many different ways. A fine that is punitive to that level could cry you further and further down a dark hole just because, and everybody think that is because lawbreakers. I'm not a lawbreaker. Manslaughter, people getting better charges than what we are facing here. A person who kills somebody by mistake in a manslaughter could get fair exchange in the court and than the driver who coming out like Susan was saying, who just know she's not a lawbreaker, I'm not a lawbreaker, but I'm thinking that somebody who kills somebody by mistake is facing a better chance in court because he could get 5 years and come out free food, free thing. But now you gone down in debt, and the amount of young people I know already in debt, just trying to live, eck out a living. This thing is weird, man. All right.
Yeah, thanks very much, Dean.
Thank you, Dean.
Yeah, I agree though. Definitely, I
Thank
think
you.
the government has been having a very poor run when it comes to having a conversation, that heart-to-heart, honest conversation. I don't know, it's like a big man thing. You always want to walk around like
But Sir Charles, you still saying it nice. Sir Charles, you still saying it nice, Sir Charles. You still trying to be politically correct. The government they are not doing due diligence because you're supposed to come to your citizens and anything that once it's happening within the government, you're supposed to inform your citizens of what is going on in the country.
Yeah.
You don't supposed to speculate. And when people
so that conversation has not been happening. So when you see things, you're just doing things now, you aggravate people because you are giving me the feeling that everything is good. Or you can handle the situation, and then you're realizing now that you really can't handle the situation. Tell me up front, look, this is going to be difficult, it could be rough, we have to do this for 2 years, and things will start to look better down the road, but you can't.
Well said, my brother. Well said.
That is the problem that they are facing. We have a call online. Captain Ron.
Good morning. Season greetings to everybody.
Same to you.
Morning. Good morning.
I just want to, I concur with what you just said there, but I also want to touch back on the opinion matter. As is, everyone is entitled to their own opinion. People must remember that. But even though you're entitled to your own opinion, you must be able to withstand and accept correction if your opinion is incorrect. Using profanity whilst you're giving your own opinion is wrong, especially on this platform. I agree with that. But opinion doesn't mean you're correct. Your own opinion never means you're correct. But we're entitled to it, but we're not entitled to the facts. The facts are the facts. And I'm a person, if I'm given an opinion and I'm not sure, I'll ask for somebody can call and give me the opinion, the correct facts about the matter, whatever matter it is. So, and the reason why people in opinions judge, as an old person once said to me, the reason why people judge is because thinking is hard. Some people are lazy and thinking is very hard. They don't want to reason things out. So then they go to a level of using profanity. At the same time, as you said, we need to respect each other to the point where you mustn't lose it to use profanity. You can get upset, but just don't use profanity on the radio. But the facts are the facts, and some people believe that it's because their opinion that means they're right. No, you have to be able to accept the facts, even though your opinion, you're entitled to your own opinion. Guys, have a good one. Be safe down there. Be safe all over wherever you are.
Okay.
Good morning.
Thank you. People, the lines are still open, 281-1315 or 299-5156. Give us a call, let me interact.
Yeah. And when you look at so we've been talking about the traffic fines, and And there is a valid point to it also, really and truly, where if you take your time, you try and do certain things, you can minimize a lot of things that happen where fines are concerned on the road, right? Sometimes people are on the road and they're not really paying attention. So, but that is just one aspect of the bigger picture String City was talking about. Because with all the other things that are happening, and there are quite a bit of things that have been happening, if you started with the alcohol increase, what does that mean? Some people say, well, that good, it's just alcohol, you ain't bound to drink. But you have a significant amount of people who work in that industry. And if that industry does not sustain itself, some of the very said people who might be around you who work in that industry would be affected by that also.
But so, there will be, because at the end of the day, those places have its place here too. Because you just need a place to unwind, is one. That is where some men meet and they recreate. Now, those same bars is where you go to do entertainment also, because we go to those bars and we do karaoke. People just come to sing a song and just feel happy, Mr. Charles.
Yeah.
The kind of measures you are taking is not people-centered. Let me get back to a point you was drawing again too with those fines. And this is no lie. I went to Aruka, coming down the road. They had a pothole right by St. Augustine, right by Lakshmi Girls Hindu College. It was an evening. I coming down there. The car I coming down went down in that pothole because I thought the water. I see the road wet, but the other car was only swerving, so I was watching what to see how the car is doing. So Charles, I went in that hole. My son ball out in the back seat. You know, when I check my light, one of the bulb blow.
Yeah.
So what happened? All the time I come on the road, right? My light was working. My boat light was working. When I went by the gas station, the little gas station right by you, after the gas station right there. I pull in there, right, to put gas. And then somebody tell me, there's only one light. I said, no, the boat light was lighted. You know what I remember is that hole in front of the school there, I drop in there. My bad. So what happened if I just coming up there and see me now? Come in, he'll tell me how one light and give me a ticket just for that. You have to fix your house. Put your house in order before you look into raise all them fines too. There are a lot of things that the government could do to alleviate some of them problems that our citizens are having in this country. But only looking.
Yeah, but in reality also, in a situation like that, and let me take the call and we'll get back to it.
Morning. Farah, come again. I just want to thank Mr. Virginia and Captain Ron for reminding us how civilized people behave on a chat. And also, Captain Ron brought up a very good point, which I agree with all the time, is that it's opinions we are given. I don't have all the facts. Most of us don't have all the facts. And it may not necessarily be correct. It's just my opinion or my feeling about something. So I have to thank Captain Ron and Mr. Virginia for showing what civilized people, how they operate in a chat. And I have to thank Sir Charles for bringing some control back to the chat, because it could have gone down a very dirty road there. Well, not with me, because I'm not going to stoop low like other people. But thank you to all three of you all, and everybody have a blessed, great day. And I'll speak with you all later. Thank you.
All right. Okay. No problem. Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah. Trent City.
Yeah, I want to bargain.
Uh-huh.
I hear some people talking about people working for $9,000 and $10,000. All of them people in China working for $5,000 a month.
Unless
too, I'm not going to say that less.
County workers, military workers. Well, don't talk about minimum wage workers.
Yeah.
And then, I just be around people who could only eat 1 meal a day.
Mm-hmm.
I just be around people who get problems to pay their rent. So, I been around people. That a guy was working with me, child. That man was sending his children to school twice for the week. Because he said, I don't have the passes to send them from Talparo to Arima. Child.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know what's going on in this system. You know? But what I learned when I was doing military work, I was a foreman checker. We used to do courses, right? They say, the people we survey are the clients, right?
Correct.
The clients. It's the same thing with the government. The people who vote for you and all your serving are all your clients. And you have to know how to deal with the clients. I went in a social welfare office sometime before Christmas, Charlo. Charlo, the among the young women, I see they coming for social welfare benefits. Charlo, it's rough out there.
Very.
And now, you're raising the prices. Why not raise the prices by 25% now, 50% gradually?
Yes,
Well,
yes.
100% across the board.
Yeah, and that I think that is what is getting people annoyed, because the increases are so great all at once.
100% across the world. So it's a lady recently, she had a shipping problem. Right? The shipping lady now.
Yeah.
With all the containers and the bag was important for a while. Well, the government gets in and step in and after. But what are the problem of what I heard in the States? That it was money that clear the containers the people don't have. And that price was minimal. So what they're going to do now, 100% on containers. So Charlo, everything we order, everything we go and collect, gone up.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are sending barrels to Trinidad for the family to live. Charlo, a lot of people don't see the whole picture.
No. I don't think sometimes people take into consideration, because I say everything has a cause and effect taking place.
Exactly.
I met a lady up New York in August. She went and she buy I saw that stuff, about 4 barrels of stuff, right? And the lady was giving me a story. She said, I have 3 daughters in Trinidad, have situations, they're not employed. And she's selling food for them. Not the price that are going up, right?
Yeah.
So all how we look around, light bill going up, this going up, that going up, and your money is going nowhere. I tell a friend recently, hey, January, you have to pay more NIS on all your money. She said, I'm not nothing. Or you're against UNC. I said, this is not against UNC. You're paying them. Some being foolish. This is about price of things going up. And all your salary is the same rate. How it will be sustainable?
Good question. Good question.
How it will be sustainable? Shall I pay a mortgage here? When I don't pay my mortgage, I say another 50,000 in my pocket. So thank God. And I have taxi. I used to pull taxi sometimes. And I only have one child. Very big no person.
Yeah.
But what about the people who have 3 and 4 children?
It is. Mr. Patrick, thanks much for chiming in on the conversation. Yeah, it is a lot. And as I said, the population is going into shock. It's shock treatment. Zena, good morning.
Good morning, Sir Charlton. Good morning to RJ.
Morning.
And good morning to all those locked on the chat this morning, to any radio. Let's listen to me. I had to call because I was listening all morning, and I want to say my piece. It's not only the raising fines that I think have people annoyed. It is what the Prime Minister said when she was in opposition that is very deceptive and deceitful. Because she's the one that said that Dr. Rowley wicked to change up all Islam, to tax people like that and put in all those demerit points and taxing she campaigned on something that Dr. Rowley said he was hearing it for the first time about inheritance tax when the common people. Well, I didn't know that is what they had in their mind. What inheritance tax? Now we come in, we hearing all these new taxes and all these fines. And I think that is where the problem is. You cannot deceive people like that and expect people would just be happy. Because people, in other words, people were fooled. And let me say something, a dollar is a dollar in a country. And according to Mr. Patrick, you cannot be working for minimum wage and have charges like that. I know people ought to behave for the road and on out there we were very lawless. But at the same time, it's not only charges that will solve this situation. There are different things. Send people back to driving school. Do some kind of thing. And still the charges don't have to be exorbitant. For even all that, go and take a refresher course and show me that you do that and what. But to charge somebody $10,000 for something or $8,000, come on, man. You have to work a whole, some people have to work a whole year before they could see that. You have to be reasonable. You have to know what is your salary range and the kind of and the amount of people in this country who have gone on the breadline. Why do this?
Yeah,
it is like a form of slavery. You understand me? So what, you going to just work? Some people work and you're struggling and then you end up having a fine to pay that way. You're just working for the treasury. It cannot be right. They need to look at and compare the salary of people in Trinidad and Tobago and do something about it. I spent some time with my sister in the States. And she was taking her time on the road. I said, but the road big and wide. Were you driving that kind of way for slow? She said, everywhere you run, you'll meet a car with an antenna up. We're going to Arizona. She said, and here what? Is a police car there. She said, I get caught already. I had to pay, and she bought it. I had to pay $200 and go to some courses for a week or two. So I can't handle that because that taken away from my time.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, okay. But $200 and her salary was a good salary that she could afford to pay more than that. And I said, but these fines here, they're reasonable. So to come on here for a fine for a seat belt, or you might forget to buckle your seat belt, or whatever the case may be. Somebody took toes and they gone out the fall and they gonna get man, and you don't raise.
So what's somebody find all them children in the car now? We want to try and put on seat belts. Anyway, I didn't want to talk about
you can't raise fines by 100%. It is just unreasonable. Thank you for the calls.
Yeah, okay, no problem.
No problem.
Yeah.
Thanks for being there. So Charles,
if the deterrent factor of it kicks in, because like you see what I'm hearing too is that people in other spaces they too have very serious, strict fines for traffic offenses. And you know what it has done? As Zena just drew the example, it has changed people's behavior because what does make people change? When they have to pay in their pockets.
But not so much, such as I hear you, my brother.
Yeah.
So much.
No, but what I'm saying is that, but what I'm saying, RJ, is that there are some of those things that are necessary, and people like, okay, as you talk about seatbelt and your child training seat and all those things that you're supposed to have in your car, those are things that you have to have. You know, if you make a wrong turn and you go a no entry when it's not supposed to, or the wrong timing, and you did that by mistake, you might be able to explain that to a traffic warden, and he may have some sort of
my good friend, those people who work in reforestation and CPEP just make children too. They have cars. They're under the minimum wage. All I'm saying to you, you want to raise fines. I'm not condoning it because you're supposed to have the proper things. If you want that kind of our child tickets and make it, yes, I know all of that. But that is where the government is supposed to come in. I don't mind you trying to curb certain behaviors, right? But you cannot find easier measures to do that, not a draconian kind of way that you want to bring it and then bring it in the teeth of the.
No, but how do I? What do I do in a situation whereby, for somebody who is not wearing a seatbelt or do have a child sit in the car when they're supposed to have that? What do you do if all that is part of it? If you are buying a car and you cannot afford to put in those things, well then don't buy the car.
All right. Better you tell me that, right? But at the end of the day, I hear you, but I still beg to differ. At the end of the day, I want somebody going to, because we hear stories where you slam a brakes and the child then end up on the dashboard. Okay, we know that. But at the end of the day, you must know the country where you are living. You beg to govern. You beg to do better.
Yeah, and if that all those things, RJ, if there are some of those traffic offenses, because yes, and you see what I look at with a lot of some of these things. Yes, certain things happen, and I'm telling you, there are some people, just as you would make or somebody make an argument, going down the road, and all of a sudden I do so and so, and my tail lights stop working. But on the other hand, there are countless of individuals who know the tail light not working and will never fix it, and will meet a police officer and give him that story, oh God, it's no but.
I hear you, but don't scam people, so Charles. Sometimes it's just the money he doesn't have at the right time, so Charles.
Yeah, but sometimes I understand. You can't for a $5 bulb or a $10 bulb. You can't.
No, I understand it. Because the same time I stop and I get a bulb. But what we do now, we have an extra bulb in the car. I do that. I will get one. I always get one because them is things that I can blow up any moment, right?
And that is what I do. Yeah, when I was driving around RJ, I made sure, and especially where my tail lights and some of those things are because of it, I never had it ready because it was tightened from inside the trunk. So I just have it hand tightened. So if at any point in time I realize my tail light blow, I pull upside one side, wherever it is, or my closest stop, and I jump out and I go in my glove compartment, take out my bulb, and I change it.
Yeah. I just do the same thing, and that is what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, nobody headache if police play outside.
Correct, right? But at the end of the day, the police, and they remember them working too, and they know we always trying some kind of trick too, so some of them wouldn't believe them.
And they wouldn't believe you. They wouldn't believe
you. But at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, we have to look at another broader picture here. Those fines will also mash up a lot. I promise myself I don't want to say, because people say when I say things, it does happen. Because at the end of the day, when you pull over them same citizens in the country who you're trying now to put in a line, what's going to happen when them same people and them now who you're looking to put that fine on now do have the money to pay, and you have a set of broken homes now? Such as we need more than counseling in this country here. If things in just change within our VAPs, we have real problems going down the road. I don't want to say it. I do like the doom on the gloom.
Manifested. All right, hold 1 minute, the RJ. Let's see if we can take our final caller before we wrap. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, jump back in. I just wanted to the 8 to 9,000 is an average. It's an average of the monthly salary, and I think it takes into consideration what Mr. Patrick was saying. Yeah, from minimum wage, so the average, so it's an average. What you were saying there, and the application, there are certain things like you could apply as the fix it. It is a fix it ticket. That if you pull up on the police, You're about bro, they give you a fixed ticket. So the next officer that you meet, you show them the fixed ticket. You have to get it fixed like in 2 days or 3 days or the next day and stuff like that. So there are things that could be applied to all these things. And one of the other things about the seatbelt and the child, the seatbelt law, interestingly, didn't like the no smoking, where we changed culture when you went to the cinema, everybody was smoking, and then that the whole this kind of social lockdown was around seatbelts. And the idea, we saw it on TV, they had these promos of the cat baby flying through window and people hitting their head on it, and people started putting on seatbelts. There was no police enforcement and fine. Yes, they had the fines, but it was a very much a social campaign and education around seatbelts and the no smoking thing. Where we saw recycling is one they see not necessary here, but it was done how they changed the behavior through children, showing children that when the children went home, they say, Mommy, we need to recycle and we need to think. And that was how they went from people throwing things into the thing into recycling. So there are all these kind of different methodologies that people could apply to change behavior and not necessarily be draconian. We go to the draconian. We want to pull blood first before we even try to be. We know why, Sir Charles? One of the big, and RJ, one of the biggest things is that we don't even implement productivity. So nobody is saying, we're going to put a little more traffic water and so we're going to change behavior and thing, and we will go through the so with fines and implementing things as what we do, fair fines. The thing, because that was the argument that the UNC was talking about with the property tax, a fairness thing, and this and how it will be fair, and the thing. So the idea of fairness, and we talk about this thing about social justice and how we apply it, how can you change behavior within something, and around the thing of social justice is that you take into consideration the algorithm of wages, the thing that the undue burden that you're putting on people, and these policing methodologies that they can put. Remember the Canadian commissioners, and that's what he was saying. He was saying more productivity in the police. Gary spoke about that productivity. Take more, he said, take 80% of all them people in the police station and put them on the road. So the labor is what you're saying, all the pole and thing falling apart, supposed to have police park up and all that kind of thing. That was the idea that those two Canadians were talking about. They started building the lay-bys. Go and see what happened to them now.
Yeah. Dean, we have to leave you at the time. Thanks. We could stay and talk with you all morning, but we really have to go. But we look forward to joining you guys tomorrow. And we'll continue this discussion, and like so many other discussions, a new one will develop coming out of it. Ajay?
Yes, my brother. Thanks again. Thanks for the opportunity to come and sit with you. I thoroughly enjoy myself. Just watching the chat here, and I just understand how all of us be pulling out hairs. Well, I have none to pull, and I don't want to pull none. So I can't wait until Richard and Wendell come back, my brothers. As I say, see you guys tomorrow morning. We start at 6 o'clock with the breakfast show. Goodbye. See you guys there.
All right. So thank you very much, RJ. And thanks everybody for listening and tuning into the breakfast show. And we had an extended period. We reached 9 o'clock. The guys don't want to work so hard up to it. But we'll get there eventually. But thanks very much. Stay connected, and we'll join you again tomorrow for the breakfast show coming up in a short. And that is what I have to go and get myself organized for, the mid-morning mix and mingle. So this has been the breakfast show.
Wake up, it's a brand new dawn. The breakfast show got the vibes turned on.